It is I, fucker mothers.
We are live.
Oh, hi.
We are live. Now we're live.
And that's how you cure... hi, guys. Oh, shit, it actually come up on my PC now. The Fateful is live, jackass.
Yes, we are.
Yes, even the Bark Spawn is here.
Yes, as always. So, welcome to the Kestrels episode 14.
Oh, that is 14.
Yeah, it's
Right.
14.
Jesus.
And it's called LeClaire.
LeClaire!
Yes. She's joined us. She has come to life.
She
But
has.
of course.
She's
always
been alive.
She just turned up today and we can't get rid of her, so...
No. So, she's staying.
And most of the beer's been drunk, incidentally.
Yes, I heard they have booze here, so of course. Cheers.
Seems like we're on a bit of lag today.
Really?
Might be.
Like,
Yeah, we're looking at you guys. What are you downloading?
we're not downloading anything. Let's see, it is, yes.
Leveled up.
Yep.
It is
Leveled up,
going.
leveled up, leveled
Yes,
up.
I did, but
have you pressed?
That's
Maybe
a long
you might
time
have
ago.
to press play.
Oh,
You know what?
So,
My
there.
laptop's just accessed
There
the
you go.
Wi-Fi as
There we
well.
go. Then
Rio
I'm just
Art
gonna-
says, OMG, LeClaire Cosplay is spot on.
oh yes. I'm just
Yes.
gonna refresh it so we're up on. There we go.
we can see ourselves.
There we go.
It's like, is this the sign of Korean love, or is it this is how much crap I give?
It's the smallest violin.
Kiss.
All right.
Kiss, we joined together in the bedroom later.
Back on business.
Yes, sorry.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you noticed, by the way, but Sullivan is our director. De facto director, even. She has been amazing at keeping us on track so far.
Mm-hmm.
And the stairs of death are wonderful for my soul. It's the kind of thing like, it's like if you don't start continuing on with the plot, we may have to kill you.
Yes.
Twice. Anyways, thank you. Well, welcome everyone. We are for the episode LeClaire. As you can see, we've got Ra, also known as. Am I allowed to tell everyone your real name?
No. Of course you can.
Yeah. This is Ranirav Cosplay, who also knows as Kim. However, today she's taking on the persona of LeClaire.
Everyone's
But of
favorite
course.
Gray Warden.
Which also means that she has the potential of being killed.
I will need all of your help today.
Yes. Those of you at home who have Fumble points, keep them ready. You might need them.
Yeah, and save it for her. Yeah, I have been speaking with Rick, and he might have insinuated that he wants to kill me. I may or I may have not provoked this.
You're gonna get a hashtag going. Hashtag save LeClaire.
Hashtag save it. I think that the cold circle was hashtag save LeClaire
Yeah.
too.
Oh my
It
god,
became
yes.
that very
man.
quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Alright, so let's start with some introductions, shall we?
Yes. If everyone would please introduce your characters and tell everyone if your character was a house from Harry Potter, which would it be?
Oh, Feral. She
Yeah.
would definitely be a Slytherin for sure.
What's that Hufflepuff?
She's sneaky and she doesn't want to show her true colors, and she poses as something she is not, or is she? Feral is the rogue, by the way.
If you didn't notice.
If you didn't notice,
He
I'm
does a
sorry about the
shadowing.
bark spawn, but he's currently barking at the cupboards.
Yes, there's ghosts in
There is
them or something.
Darkspawn.
Yes.
There is Darkspawn, yes. Okay, hi, my name is Anita. I play Valeth, the former Circle Mage. She's an elf. And if she were in a Hogwarts house, it would be Ravenclaw, obviously.
Obviously.
Because she's the smarty pants of the group, and she likes telling everybody and letting everybody know that she's smart. But she's also really kind and kind of didn't really fit in her old life, so that kind of fits too with the Ravenclaw thing. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just have to open this package.
Oh, the dog wants food.
Yeah, we need to feed the dog.
Oh, we have an amazing microphone, by the way. Unfortunately, it's really sensitive. Now, most of this
Yeah.
will be taken out with the podcast. But right now, you got some authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Hi, my name is Tonya, and I play the half-elven mage, arcane warrior mage, to be exact, because he is like this munchkin
Totes open.
So Rick tells me, and he's like, he can be like super awesome tank spank, and he can also be like a healer, and he can be a support role, like, you know, buff people so they can kill stuff. So it's very.
He's a Gryffindor, basically. He's a fucking
Yeah.
overachiever. Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
You are your own Dumbledore as well. 10 helps to Gryffindor and stat points as well, yeah.
Not good? No.
Go ahead, Rakim.
It's my turn. Okay. Yeah, I'm Rara. Ranirav. I'm playing LeClaire for today. I'm dropping the French accent out of the
Yeah.
character, thank you. Or the trying to be French. But yeah, I'm playing LeClaire, favorite alcoholic, Gray Warden from Orlais, with a slice of promiscuous on the side. And you know what? I'm not even in doubt. She's a Gryffindor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Total Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Misplaced Hufflepuff. Completely lied to the hat, you know. I really wouldn't mind going to Hufflepuff.
Let's try.
Group selfie. Maybe I should take
Yes,
it?
you should take it. So that way you'll be in the picture.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, baby,
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Take 1, 3. But we have a question from the chat.
Oh, already?
Yes.
I didn't know it.
Ryurai is wondering what house Kaida would be in. She's thinking either Hufflepuff or Slytherin.
Who's asking this?
Ryurai.
She would know, surely.
Yeah, no, but she is wondering because I think she's stuck between the two.
Somewhere between Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
No, Hufflepuff or Slytherin.
Really?
Yeah.
I think...
A Slytherpuff.
No half houses, no hybrids. Foul
I
hybrids.
think Kaida is more of a Hufflepuff, but she's stubborn
Agreed.
as a Slytherin.
I think she's the Hufflepuff, but her dragon is the Slytherin because snakes.
Ah, that's right.
Yes. Also,
Slytherin.
No.
Slytherin salutes.
I don't think Kaida is a Hufflepuff. I see her more as Gryffindor, but that's just me.
What about a Death Eater?
No.
That should be a t-shirt. Even Death Eaters were in House Hufflepuff. You know? They're people too, damn it.
Don't believe you.
Don't believe me?
Maybe they're just forced to be Death Eaters. That's the only way a Hufflepuff would do it.
That's how they're promoted. Like, they just put the sorting hat on and they disappear. 10 years later, there's another Death Eater.
There's only one caramel cookie left.
I can't have it.
But
I haven't had.
Give it to LeClaire then.
Yeah, I've had 2, so you can have.
All right.
this.
Yes, diabetes is best taken in
this is
shifts,
how I
by
know
the
you
way.
love me.
Is this camera actually on my face or
Not
my
right
chin?
now.
No.
No, it's half your face.
You keep moving.
Yeah.
So it's hard
Stop
to tell.
moving.
Don't censor me!
Anywho.
We're going to try something a bit different today. Because instead of like having a scene where you're back at the house and everything's fine, I'm going to start this like a TV episode where you're already on scene.
Oh, but you should recap what happened last episode before we
People should
start.
just go and watch what happened last time. Poor Lucia Farah has gone through every single episode so far.
Yes, she
I
has.
have been getting a running commentary of how she feels during every scene. And that particular last scene evoked, oh my god, Cyril.
I'm crying.
She's crying.
She posted it on Instagram. It was glorious.
Reborn angry poop. Or something like that.
No, but we need to do a recap. Just
That's true.
Short.
Fair enough. And the last plot thread saw the Kestrels going to a huge ball at Astrum Keep. Hello, Darkspawn. And there they found a little bit of an intrigue going on between the Lady Maldwin, who's pretty much the de facto leader of Ostwick, against a new collaboration between the some of the houses. And a new threat, which was a new red lady. Go on, you can say it if you want.
The red bitch.
Yeah, there we go. Who seemingly very similar to the last one, only very different in the way she handles problems. So much so that she let the group get away with the sword, which they still have now in their possession. I believe you've handed it over to the Carter for disposal.
No.
Apothecary.
Apothecary, of course.
Also her necklace. The rest of her necklace.
The rest of the stuff which you like broke and threw into the poop,
Oh,
and then you went back and got it. Yeah, and then told them to like just burn the rest of the poop. It was a very poop themed episode. You should watch it. It was amazing. Orlais has never been so stinky.
So much shit. And it's not Orlais.
It wasn't.
Ostwick.
It was every party is Orlesian by some
right.
measure.
No.
It's
Oh,
true.
yes, it
it's
is.
true. However, when they found the would-be assassin, they thought would be the would-be assassin. It turns out that the assassin who uses blue lyrium to poison the victims, one of which who they saved, I believe, from Gagfar saved them, uses a medium of proxies. In other words, they use other people to do the dirty work. When they interrogated one such individual who had fake elf ears, heresy, he turned into a freaking demon bear. They discovered that there some form of new magic was afoot, mixed with red lyrium, as usual. It's always red lyrium. It's not lupus. And had to kill the beast in a very spectacular through and through fashion. Seriously, you should watch that episode. It was
Spectacular.
It was spectacular. The magic involved has only actually been seen in another place, which is in the sewers, rumoured to be something to do with a random mortalitasi that's been in the sewers talking to himself and generally seemingly harmless, except now there seem to be roaming skeletons and zombies in the sewers of Ostwick. So that's their only lead, which then leads us to today's episode.
I want to say something.
No.
It's not a random Metallitasi, it's a singing one.
Hmm.
A randomly singing mortalitasi? Can we have compromise?
Okay,
Yeah, alright,
it's
okay.
fine.
I can't actually remember what I sang about when I did his thing last time. Something. The hills are alive with the sound of death.
No, he cuts it here and sews it there, something like that. But
Yes, of course, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoops. That was fun. Cool. Your group has, via your Thrill's contacts with the Carter, found the best way of going to the last location that anyone reported a crazy story about hearing such a song or seeing skeletons. Yes?
I asked you
Yes.
off camera
Yes.
about getting some cold iron.
IRL, yes. Did you want it on your throwing weapons or on your daggers?
My daggers, the ones that I use, or
You
my rapiers.
You can get it.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the hilt, not the blade. The rapier blade is just way too thin for a rune.
Okay.
And you get the effects of the cold rune.
Mhm.
But
But
you weren't charged. You just were told that it's going to cost you a favour.
okay, fine. But do I get the novice, journeyman, or master ones?
Just novice, I'm afraid.
Then it's a small favor.
touche.
And we're off.
Also, Ryudai says that after watching last week's episode, or the last episode, she never thought she would watch a group of adults laugh so hard over poop jokes.
Yes, well, if you rewind it, you can watch it again and again and again. It's amazing. Wow, I'm getting covered in dog slop.
So I get +1 damage on corpses, skeletons.
You know, without context about the skeletons being walking skeletons, that sounds pretty grim. When they attack this dead body, yeah, extra damage.
Also, big kudos to Lutragem, who's been watching us on the bus and is now walking home listening to us.
Now walk carefully, the floor is wet and slippery. I wanted to throw a poop joke in there, but I couldn't find it.
No,
So it's
but
failing.
slippery when wet.
Bon Jovi, good talk, good talk. I'm so showing my age.
There we go. Alright, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes.
Awesome, cool. Yes, your group is using a small boat. You were escorted to a abandoned, really old riverway under the city of Ostwick in pitch black darkness with the occasional lantern. In fact, your small boat has a lantern sitting at the front of it, so you see these gloomy interiors of this tunnel, which is nothing short of a canal that they've used for smuggling. Unfortunately, this particular canal is also the offlet for all the sewage in Ostwick, so it's not exactly swimming water. And if you drink it, you would have to roll to get all manner of infections.
I mean, this is nothing new for Pharaoh.
Pretty much, this is standard.
I have a question. If
Yes.
you mix it with the alcohol, is it safe?
Well, it depends what type of alcohol, because
Secret sauce.
it tastes even better. Just dip it into the water, pull it out.
Ew.
Shug, 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 boom.
Well, this is better than the last time Valas was in the sewers, because the first time she was blinded by fire, and the second time we were going to rescue Cat. So.
Honey, The audience aren't your therapist. It's okay. I don't like sewers. I got sewerophobia.
I got therapy in this cup if you need it.
Oh.
She might.
That's in character, right? Because every one of the equine house seems to be busy, especially Kaida, who has been disappearing a lot lately, without explanation, I might add. Also, Keth has been taking control of a lot of the operations going on. They've been doing a lot of scouting, research, investigation. So far, no leads on this red woman. The apothecary has been busy isolating this blade. He seems to be overzealous about keeping it in a safe place. He seems to think that the contamination is a lot more potent than we first realised.
Mm.
So he's had shipped in a lead coffin of sorts to put it in. And he's working on some form of way of shattering the crystal into a inert form. Meanwhile, LeClaire has visibly shown a sudden interest in joining you for this mission.
Oh.
In fact, she's uncharacteristically interested in getting out of Equine House for a bit.
Yes. Adrienne is sleeping all the time and nobody wants to talk to me.
Oh. But that's not true. We want to talk to you all the time.
Yes, so that's why I'm going with you.
Okay. Okay.
You're not around when you're gone.
No, I'm not around in your room.
No, we well, it would make sense that
I swear, I cannot handle. No.
Okay.
You're not around when you're gone. I love
That's
that.
very logical. I guess we're not.
Obviously. Of course.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yes,
Jesus.
basically just like that. Yes. Oh, hi, Kat.
Do you have any?
The weeping bear.
So Kath is still by the window watching. They say if you look out your window right now, sometimes you may be able to see him breathing on the window. Yes. So you're in this vast sewer. It must be like about 3 boats wide. The water has a rather depressing brown-green tinge to it, with some solid matter bopping up and down. There is a constant sound of trickling, half-dense water. Ahead of you, there is a... Yes?
I'm going to light a fire in my hand to burn away the smell.
Sure, yeah.
I just want to cast rock armor on myself.
Okay. You don't need to roll for it, just use the mana.
Yeah.
I want to do a perception hearing if I can hear some singing or things that sound like tunes between all the drippings and water splashing.
Good idea. Try it.
Yes. And it's the first double of the night.
Red drink, please.
It's 15.
15.
15.
15. You don't hear anything.
No.
Which is also disconcerting because you're coming up on the smuggler's checkpoint.
Yeah.
And you see for the first time in a long time to your right some offshoots, some pathways to your right hand side.
Are the Cartas still with us?
No, they left you the boat. Apparently,
Okay.
had.
Did they have any intel about singing? Have they heard singing?
They
from...
said your contacts in the Carter said that the last time their boys had reported in about the singing, about the strange behaviour in the sewers, it was at this particular hideout.
Okay.
That's why they've sent you this way on their boat with even a small piece of rock which has an engraving on it, which basically proves that you're not to be touched by the Carter.
Okay.
Funnily enough, you noticed that it's got your name on it.
Just mine?
Just yours.
Okay.
However, when you approach this area, there are lots of crates and bags, no markings, no certification stamps. One of them has a what seems to be a warning symbol of some kind, probably dwarvish. Along in front of you, there are several offlays which have trickling water coming down from the different housing blocks above you. Some of the richer houses actually have access to sewage systems which still work. Places like the Alienage, they just got to throw it out and hope someone steps it into the ground quickly enough. You know, the old throw it out the window type of thing. How very Middle England. In the meanwhile, when you get the chance to pull your boat up, you were told someone would be waiting for you, but there's no one here. To your right, you have one path cutting away. It seems like there's a lot of junk in there, like boxes and smuggling stuff. And next to that, there is a tunnel which goes straight off into the darkness. Now, you know from the symbol on the wall that that is the hideout. Now, you were also told to watch your step because the Carter like the traps.
So we should all do some searching for traps. Because there might be traps. What are typically Carter traps? I would know that.
Yes. They like their crossbow bolt traps.
Yeah, look
Pressure
for
points.
crossbow bolt traps.
Honestly, I don't think I should look for any traps at all because the chances is that I'll just spring it.
Just try to listen then for singing, maybe.
Yeah, yes, I will listen while you look. That sounds like a much better.
I'm not very good
Yeah.
at looking, but I'll look.
Just look. Just don't step on anything. Just
No,
look.
I'll just go like very low with my, candlelight and.
Smart. Just don't burn through any threads or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah.
I'm looking too. I am looking too.
That is going to be perception and searching, I believe.
Yep.
14.
Searching.
Hmm.
Do I need to have it or can I just use perception?
Well, perception basic is what you use anyway. If you happen to have the focus,
+2.
then you get a +2. Or if you've bought it twice,
+3.
+3. She read the rule book just yesterday, and now she's an expert.
No, I'm not. But I do enjoy. Giving you a headache.
Oh, you got the.
You and half of Norway.
I get a double.
Hmm?
A 3 on the dragon die. And what is 12 plus 15 plus 4, 19?
Was that a question or a computation?
No, it was. Cheers.
I'm 12.
It is a 19, okay?
Okay.
I see everything. No, I'll do it.
I just have 14, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll for red lyrium
Sure.
because why not?
Because why not?
Always.
It's never off.
11.
I got 9.
14, 15, 16, 17.
You are a pretty decent big boy, though.
With a candle in my.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna open the fridge for a little while.
Could you get me a little something?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, darling.
Obviously, I can.
Obviously.
If you had said nothing, it would be just like it was mysterious sound.
Foliage.
Foliage sounds.
That's the creaking of the wood.
Yeah.
That's no, this is my new Mababa.
Mabari.
Mabari. My new Mabari. They buried it very small in Ole.
It's actually really difficult to say war
It's the
Mabari.
latest fashion.
It's the latest fashion. We call them teacup Mabari.
It is. You could try saying it's your battle Mababi.
It is difficult for me, of course, but this.
Mabata Mababi.
Mabari is a Vereldenword. Yes.
It's well,
Oh, you are a saint.
but it's a teacup Mababi. Yes, we call it Mababi because it's very tiny.
Mababi.
Mababi.
It's a baby.
Mababi.
This drunken rant was brought to you by Natalie LeClaire, Warden of Olay.
I forgot that her name was Natalie.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know.
Don't even bother asking.
I forgot to, but then he said like, oh, your name is Natalia. I was like, what?
It isn't
I have
LeClaire.
Well,
It isn't
well, yeah.
LeClaire.
prolonged alcoholism will actually reduce you to one name, I find.
Yeah, it is true.
Yep.
It is very true.
All right, I'm ready.
I might have to ask Adrian to start calling me by Natalie now because it's getting awkward with LeClaire.
Yeah, for you and everyone else in the house.
I do not know what you're talking about.
I wish I didn't. Anyways, this like random event at Equine House. Roll. You hear Adrian calling out a name. Is there a blacksmith in this house? You can
Adrian
keep your
keeps shouting
armor on.
for Adrian keeps shouting for Natalie, and we're like, who the fuck is Natalie?
You see, I'm much more fun immediately. You come up with the best ideas always.
Always on old time.
Everybody come to me and ask, who is Natalie? I said, I don't know.
As in know these
I
person.
don't know.
She is a lucky woman.
Yeah.
That'd be an awkward moment, isn't it? You just hear Adrian going, that's Natalie. Wow, it sounds like Adrian's having a nightmare again. Bum 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 bum. Feel so bad for the guy.
All right, let's move on. Even
now he's
Rio and I is saying we're so used to calling her LeClaire, so
Right.
we can't start calling her Natalie.
You can call it whatever you like.
LeClaire.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, same here.
Yes.
It is the name I use for business.
And pleasure.
You mix up the business and pleasure.
Well, of course I do. All day. Yes, of course.
Go
So
on,
you're
Ray.
searching for traps. I've
19.
I've suddenly got a headache. You guys, obviously, you're pretty adept at finding things, but LeClaire steps into action. She's got a new level of enthusiasm that you've not seen before. Say enthusiasm, not in a happy way, but rather she seems.
Desperate.
I would say the word is less desperate, more in a hurry.
Okay.
She actually finds the traps without any sense of pride and just kicks them over in a very nonchalant fashion. One of the traps triggers but fires harmlessly into the night.
I
Then
whisper.
Then I turn around and say, can we please get out of the stink?
I whisper in Valet's ear. LeClaire seems weird. Do you think she might be pregnant?
Wow, okay. Gonna roll perception hearing.
Yeah, that kind of goes like, she just blinks and like, what did you just say?
I hope not.
No, I mean, I thought you meant that she was just weird in general, like an all-purpose weird.
I'm gonna, for shits and giggles, I'm gonna say you heard that.
I'm not pregnant! I'm a Gray Warden!
Oh, this is true. They can't get pregnant.
Oh, you know everything, do you?
Yes,
Do I...
Drink!
most of the time at least.
Alistair certainly tried. Every night.
I gave it the old college try.
Is it because I'm fat? Can we just move on, please?
Yes, which direction would you like to go in? There's two entrances to your right, and then there's the pathway further down the...
Okay, so the Mortalatasi, he has something to do with the dead rising, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
In
which
fact,
which
roll... arcane... No, is it arcane law? Yeah, all arcane law.
which way smells more of death?
Seriously?
Yeah.
You're in a sewer. You can only smell feces.
Which way smells worse?
14.
If you get an incredibly high roll,
Okay, for
then
smelling.
I'll let you have it.
Okay.
Do we roll a
14.
14.
Okay.
Mortalatasi, as you well know, are a subsect or a mage group found in Navarra. They believe, but yes, my fantastic big boy.
20.
20.
And a double.
Munchkin.
Totes munchkin.
No, it was a
So
double.
Valeth points up a hand and she's about to explain something when Gakfar hops in front. Actually,
You have to stop doing this. It's very annoying.
suddenly starts
You
waxing
say
lyrical.
that? What? Really?
You describe this political group in Navarra which has lots of different secrets. It's like almost like a death cult, or at least it's regarded as a death cult by the Chantry, because they work on the idea that when someone dies, their soul displaces a spirit in the Fade, and the spirit comes back, or rather ends up occupying the body. Because of this, they have this whole system whereby they put a wisp or an unintelligent spirit in the body, so that the soul that's left doesn't end up getting drawn back. Also because of various reasons which never get spoken about. Regardless, the whole proceeding is regarded largely as rather icky and downright amoral, but they seem to enjoy it quite a lot. Otherwise, death is their currency.
I say that.
Really should do handouts more, shouldn't I?
What worries me is why would a Mortalitazi be in the sewers if what they do is perfectly respectable where they come from?
Because it is not respectable here. You think they're totally crazy.
Well, this is true. He did sound very, very mad.
He's
last
living
time.
in the sewers. No. But shall we go?
Maybe he just likes to be on his own turf because there's no one else down here.
Maybe.
Are you saying that Navarra is a shit place?
No.
I'm just asking. I have not been there.
I'm just saying it might be crowded. I don't know. Maybe he just want to be his own boss.
LeClaire, are you okay? You seem
I'm
a bit off today.
Edgy.
Well, I'm also.
Oh my god, I got bark spawn puke on me.
Yes, you see. This is my protector.
The teacup Mabari?
The teacup Mabari. Yeah, attack.
Can we make it canon that LeClaire just has a teacup Mabari?
It doesn't.
Yes. It is a
It's
pet.
not actually a Mabari, but
No, it's a strange attempt at a pedigree Mabari, which backfired incredibly.
Oh no.
So they're actually very popular in Elysian courts because they fit in a purse. Although Elysian
And
purses are more like battle packs.
no, I'm sorry, but I just have been a bit. How do you say? Like,
Trouble in paradise?
just frustrated and and restless. Been stuck in that house for so long.
Oh, well, I can understand that.
But have you been hearing the singing again? You know, the
No,
The call?
it's not too bad.
No, I think that
But it's
issue was handled.
Yes.
yeah, it was. That's why I'm wondering if it has come back.
No. I don't. You know what? I haven't had a drink for half an hour.
Okay.
But I just it's the smell is getting to me, and I actually showered this week, so I don't know what want to spoil.
Can I roll an empathy check?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, me too. I got flutes. Not good roll.
Because it's an opposed check, you should probably roll deceit.
I got 14.
You're not supposed to say that.
I can say what I
Oh,
like.
I got a double, by the way.
For example, I can say that, was it? Obviously, Farrell was going for the Trumpian line of, we need to get more people in Ostwick, not from those shithole countries like Nevada, but somewhere nice like Tevinter. They seem to have the right ideas.
12.
I got 14.
So we spotted you.
And I got a double, and my dragon die is 4.
I got double
Would you like to do this, or should I?
Well, you go ahead. I will act it out.
Ah, of course. She's fucking lying.
Okay.
There's something bothering her, and she is sure as hell not telling you.
Right.
Oh my god.
What?
Lucia Farah just sent me a picture.
Yes. No! Did she draw it?
Yes.
No! Spoiler warning.
I'm not gonna show it to you,
No,
but she has to
you
share
need to watch the
it on
episode before
herself.
you get to see this. That's so you.
That's fantastic. We'll post it in the fan group after the show.
If she wants to
If
share
it's
it.
okay with her.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at LeClaire and I'm just going to say that I think there's more than what you're telling us, but I think that's a discussion we can take when we get back home, but I'm worried.
Thank you. Surely it's not anything big. So, but it's nothing. It's nothing.
Oh, by the way, I just want to remind you that when we left, while LeClaire was heavily injured, I left that gift on her nightstand. I left her 2 cups and a note that says, if you ever need to talk, I'm here for you.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that.
She broke the cup.
Well, they were tin cups. It's hard to break the cups.
It has melted.
Oh no.
One of them has melted. There's a big hole in the bottom. It did not stand for the secret sauce very good. But
Oh no.
Is this a reference to Monkey Island? With the grog? No?
Maybe.
You're not old enough for that.
Thank you.
Anyway.
But
the GM is like flustered by LeClaire.
well,
No, he's not flustered yet.
I don't know how I can handle this. I'm sorry, it's my dream come true.
but yes, we should talk. But we won't do it now. It's not the time nor the place.
My nostrils is disintegrating, so please can you just
Yeah.
Let's get going. Where should we go?
Yes, where
Cyril?
should we go?
I don't know. Both ways smells just equally bad. Is there any prints on the ground? Like, does it look like someone has recently traveled here?
Good point. Do tracking.
Tracking.
Yes. Luckily, there's so much filth on the sidewalks of this sewer. Nada.
14.
Go on, best boy. Roll your tracking. You do good at everything.
No.
I would like to roll my tracking now too, because of course I track Dogstone all the time.
Oh, let's attack.
All the time. No, not
the rolls?
recently, but yes.
Whoa. I rolled really high. Okay.
You will just have to take
I rolled on the die 16, so 18.
18, I know.
I've been rolling shitty all night.
The
Maybe
night is
all the
strong.
shit from last episode. You were too awesome.
What'd you get?
12 plus 15 on the die. And what are we rolling? Tracking.
Which I believe is
Plus-
perception.
Plus
And then-
6.
Yeah.
What did I say first?
15, I believe.
15?
So
plus-
21. Boom! How'd you like them apples?
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Alright, fair enough.
Of
Yeah.
course,
I'm 12.
I am the big best boy. You cannot touch me.
pretty decent big boy.
Pretty decent big boy.
Yeah, I'm age 12 and level 12, so.
Bam! Should not be showing you this. Yeah, you find that in the filth there is a lot of footwork going down the centre tunnel. Because in front of you, you have a tunnel to the right, a tunnel straight ahead, and then there's just following the sewer line down a bit further. Because you can see another off exit a little further down. But the footwork that you see in the filth here, there's lots of several different types of feet, dwarven and human, and some elf, or it could be an elf, or it could be like a petite female. You can't tell. Elves have really small feet, but they all seem to be going in the direction of that central corridor, the one with the dwarven rune for go away, basically. The Carter around subtle.
Yeah.
Mhm. I basically say, ah! I found it.
What?
People, I found the track in the dark.
Okay. Good job.
What track?
The track in many tracks, right here. Like elves, dwarves, maybe pretty decent big boy. I don't know.
I haven't watched it.
Other pretty decent big boy, but I know you the biggest. it is all good, okay? But here is dwarf and maybe elf, maybe a small human. I don't know. Many people go ahead. Look, I'm pointing at it. If I point anymore, I will stick my finger in the shit. I don't want to stick my finger in the shit.
Oh my gosh.
I can see it now. Yes, very good job.
Very clearly. Yeah. Maybe.
How could you miss this? I mean, there's literally a lot of track right here.
To be fair, I wasn't trying.
I looked at the wrong place, I guess. I looked the wrong way. I'm sorry.
Next time you look at the right corridor.
Okay. Yes.
She's being scolded by LeClaire.
She is older than us, so.
Unusually tense.
Okay. Yeah. This is the right corridor. Mm-hmm. Are you sure it's not trapped?
Let me take a look.
No. I can't see shit. I rolled a 9.
You've been affected by the last episode.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I said.
You're tired from all the dancing, but
Too much awesome.
Track. No, trap. The trap.
let's say
The trap.
Searching.
Is the
13.
end. 14.
14. Don't worry,
I
LeClaire's
did
dialogue
it.
will include subtitles. What?
I bit it on my die. Alone.
Alone. Aww. Best boy. Good. Yeah, there are no traps this way.
No traps.
No
Nope.
trap. No trap. It's
However, it's pretty dark.
Who wants to go first?
I go with my light.
Yeah.
Shadow!
It's been a while now. Do you want to extend your use of rock armor?
Oh, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
spirit healer, so I can have a floating light, just with me.
Yeah, that's true. What do you call it?
I don't remember.
Navi.
It's in the book.
Short for
Spark.
navigation.
Right, yeah, I get
Well,
that.
let's just turn that off now.
I have 25 on Shadow. On
Yeah,
Stealth.
yeah. So it looks like she's buggered off.
Yeah.
She's not there anymore. One minute she's there, you're walking past a shadow, and then she's not. And
I hate it when she does that. I can never keep track of where she is.
Just
There
follow,
we
just
go.
follow the tracks.
I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. And I kind of just keep walking in circles around Valak like this.
And she's like,
Ghost. Woo.
really?
worst
This again.
shadow ever.
This again?
You can't see me. You don't know which direction to talk because my
I'm just
voice
talking.
keep moving.
I'm just talking out into the air, like we're in the sewers. We're hunting for immortalitazi. This is not the time to play. I'm a ghost.
I'm trying to find her in my light, just following her voice like.
I'm just staring out in the darkness, and I'm just saying, I think this hallway is haunted.
Can I just...
Guys, I think the hallway is haunted.
There's a little bit of irony there as well, considering that Sunniva, who's playing a character who is completely against the idea of ghosts, she's actually a ghost hunter, almost by profession. So, so it's a little bit of interesting info back there. Right, so you head down this corridor. The path itself leads on quite a fair bit, though thankfully thanks to the two light sources that are bobbing up and down, almost competing with each other.
I almost fell down 3 times. Anyway.
My
Yes,
light is
drunken
brighter than
lotion.
hers because I got more magic.
Oh my god, it's like a competition.
Valeth is probably holding onto LeClaire's hand so she doesn't fall. So they can be supporting each other.
You are very good, Valeth. Very, very good, yes. Don't know what
try.
to do without you. You want... Here, cheers.
Who's in front?
Cheers.
Me, I guess.
Yeah, roll perception.
Yes. It's 15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost fall over a dwarf.
Dead one?
Oh, very.
Can I check his, like, is he hot still?
I don't think you would bother checking his pulse, but check if he's still warm.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so he's been dead for a day?
Look of temperature is probably about an hour or two.
Okay, Claire is also seeing this dead dwarf. Is it? No?
He's very dead. Yes,
No,
well,
not
to be
yet.
fair, once Feral notices at the front, she stops, everyone looks ahead, finds the dead
You
body.
can't see
I
her.
can't see her, but I see the dead dwarf and I go, I think I found the source of the ghost.
It is the dwarf.
It is a dwarf ghost.
With the voice
Oh.
of Feral?
Yes, it is. We should not judge for him having a very feminine voice.
He might have been self-conscious in life.
Yes. You
I
should
think-
not anger the after death.
I think he's been dead for a few hours.
Says a voice from nowhere.
Is
I shine the light
Feral,
towards
where
the
are
voice.
you?
I'm just standing here by his head.
Oh, I cannot find the Ferrari. Okay, I see what's going on.
Apparently she's standing by his head examining him.
Is he Carta? Yeah, he has some Carta initials on him. I'm sorry, I just have to...
Activize your dog.
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the dog requires attention, and we're all busy, so some of us having to...
She's taking one for the team.
He farted.
Wow.
Really taking it for the team.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have smellarama.
Well, yeah, I mean, dead bodies smell, and when you die, your body releases gas
True.
and excrement.
Yeah.
So, we're on topic from last episode, actually.
Yes.
I am so happy you have all this information stored in your head, Valeth.
Yes.
Hashtag sarcasm.
You're welcome. She doesn't get sarcasm a lot.
Don't go to LA.
Oh, bless.
Why? I've always wanted to go.
Well, you can go, but I would suggest.
Can I do like the
Don't
some
do it again. No.
cunning healing on the dwarf to find out what the cause of death is or something?
Yeah, sure. Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I have that too, so I can help you.
I'm just looking for wounds on his body.
Another competition. Yes,
Yeah,
he's got
I
several.
don't, I'm not...
He looks like he's almost been chopped in half.
what kind of wounds? Like, does it look like a knife? Does it look
Difficult
like a
to
sword?
say
So
from
can
this
we
angle.
like add up our numbers since we're both
I
like...
doubt it.
The highest one gets +2 from the other
I've
person, so
got
you pass the
A 16.
16.
Yeah, I think I got...
What for looking for the wounds?
Just examining the corpse to see what the cause of death was.
I got
Is it perception?
15.
It's cunning. Sorry, it's cunning healing.
So you got one more.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got
have
one.
healing. I just have cunning. No.
Okay, so I got 16 and she got 15.
Sorry. Yes, well that basically means your result is 17, which gives you the following information. This dwarf was killed slowly from one blow, which started from the upper body down to the other side. It looks like it's been done by a heavy blade of some kind.
So it's like a slash.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a nasty slash. Judging from the blood splatter, he died on that spot. Was unable to move, possibly because of exsanguination. Otherwise,
Did
known
it,
as
did it look like it was done by someone who was taller than this dwarf?
For 17, I'll give you that. Yes, taller.
Okay.
Um,
So Valeth will say, well, that is interesting. I mean, judging by his wound, I would say that he was cut from here to down there, diagonally, and he bled out, and it was, well, it was fatal. That one blow was fatal, but it was slow. He bled to death.
I totally agree. Yes.
I also agree. It looks very, very plausible.
Actually, fascinating point. I have a wound exactly like that, only I didn't die because the apothecary and Adar.
He's very good
Did
at
you
that.
tell me about that? Have you told me about that?
Oh no, I don't think so.
So can you tell me about that? Like to compare with this one?
Well, it goes from here to down there.
You just take off the clothes, you know.
It was
No.
made, Abdullah, it was made from that very blade that we acquired at the party.
Was it acquired? We
Yes.
stole.
Can you sense lyrium in this wound? I can't. Can you?
I don't know, I haven't checked.
Do it.
I can.
Feral is noting in her head all the details about this dwarf, so she can bring back the news to her cart of friends, so they get to know who this is.
Best details of his tattoos.
Yeah.
They tend to be rather unique and stylized.
Yeah, so she's just remembering how it looks, so she can bring the news back to her
Yeah.
cart of friends.
14 on detect red lyrium.
Detect red lyrium? Nothing.
No, there's no red lyrium here. It was something else. It was a bladed weapon for sure, yes?
Yeah, I would guess two-handed.
Well, the person who did this was taller than the carted dwarf,
Yeah.
which, let's face
Yeah.
it, isn't.
Yeah,
Hard.
I'm not like
He was not
thinking.
killed by another dwarf in the underworld.
No.
No, I'm not
That just
like
makes a whole lot
thinking
of
about
things.
it being. I think it's two-handed, not because of the wound itself, but because it's a fatal one wound, and because you need brute force, a lot of force behind the blade, and a big blade gives you that without the strength, and with strength as well, you get lethal blow, and then you die horribly and slowly, and you're
You know, for a 12-year-old, you know way too many things about swords and death.
You remind me so much about your father.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I don't know where I have this information from though.
This is because you've been watching too much CSI Ostwick.
Sweetie, I think when we get back, you need to do some normal, like, kid stuff.
Play hide and seek or something.
You probably should put on a pair of sunglasses and be like, he should
What
probably have cut
sunglasses?
it off. And then fix
Feral looks if some of the human tracks
Yep.
that we saw earlier are around this body.
Roll it.
No. It's just a 13.
You don't see. Actually, no. You do get to see that. You see the tracks going past this dwarf and straight on.
Yeah.
Do you continue?
I think I tell LeClaire,
Yeah?
does these tracks look like the ones that we saw earlier
which
leading from
tracks?
the body? These ones, right here by the
Hell
poop.
yes.
Yes.
I want to take 20 and see if there are any drag marks.
We don't take 20.
I know.
Yes, kids activities. There aren't many normal kids in that place, Art says.
Oh, got Dragon Girl.
Me and Kaida used to, like play fight with weapons and stuff, and that's kid-like because we're both kids, right?
Kind of a,
Yeah.
what kind of training has this kid had?
I mean, we do with metal
I'm almost
blades.
getting a bit proud.
I use my quarterstaff and she uses her knife.
Oh.
You know, you play fighting with your brother or your sister, and then one of you like nearly decapitates the other. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's all fun.
Modified.
Yeah.
Modified.
Instead of joining the Gray Wardens when you get older.
So you guys
Do
keep
they
going.
accept mages?
We keep going,
My
yes.
God! All right. So you go ahead, and you're quickly met by another dead dwarf, and actually two. One has been impaled against the wall with a very strong-looking arrow.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is basically a cinder.
So this kind of shows that there's more than
Yeah,
one.
there's like a
Maybe it's
party.
the dead humans. Could that be the case, LeClaire?
Maybe.
Maybe those are the source of the tracks, because mostly just dwarves venture through down here. So if we see other species, races, I don't know what to call them, they might actually be dead, because we've heard rumors about zombies down here.
I like the way you think. I was initially.
You like the way I think? I don't.
Well, obviously there's some kind of a warrior type humanoid around here, and a archer type humanoid around here, and possibly a mage. So we're thinking like maybe we've been down here.
It does kind of sound like that.
But
Are
it's
we
not
sure we
us.
were not? I I forget.
We haven't.
You sure? Okay.
Yes.
Well, not killing dwarves that I can remember. Well, unless you count that poor fellow who fell off the bridge.
What if someone cloned us?
I don't think the concept of cloning exists in Datus.
No, it doesn't.
What is this
So,
word you're using? I did not understand. Is
Further-
this from your native... there's something that they say?
It's from a dream.
I'm gonna tug on the plot mechanic here. You're actually going off further ahead, and you're meeting up with a door on the left-hand side. This door, which is a wooden affair which has been kicked through quite neatly, is decorated by the splintered remains of someone who was trying to hold it from the other side, another dwarf.
Okay.
Apart from that, you've just got a drain at the end, which, as you watch, you hear a flushing sound and some spray of water from somewhere up above with some hard clumps of matter comes falling down, and then falls in a little gully which runs between your legs, going back to where the little river is.
Wow. So someone clearly didn't want someone else to come in here and was unable to keep them at bay.
Maybe another demon bear. I mean,
We haven't seen any demon bear tracks, so I don't think so.
what
But,
they could have changed into one.
but then we would still have to see tracks eventually.
Well, we haven't seen past it, have we?
Nothing in the door yet, no.
Yeah,
You're
let's-
still in the
let's-
corridor.
Let's look for bear tracks.
Sure.
I'm
I'm gonna speed this up by saying you don't find any.
Yeah, that's fine.
I figured as well.
No animal tracks at all.
Shall we just push on?
Yeah.
You realise that you've been standing in this corridor now for almost 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
Let's walk while we talk.
We should be quiet. We shouldn't be talking at all, to be fair.
Walk while we talk. Let's roll while we go.
Can I activate my dual weapon style, or do I have to do that in
No,
combat?
it's not that bad. You have it pre-activated if you want.
It's on extra attack and all.
Basically, you draw your weapons.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm worried though. I mean, these Carter dwarves, this is their territory. They're obviously used to fighting here, living here, and whatever is able to win, outmatch them
Yeah.
is going to be very, very dangerous. So we have to be really
Yeah.
careful.
I whisper to Valeth. I won't whisper in real life, so Valeth, do you still have the hilt on you?
The what?
The hilt.
Oh, your hilt? Yes. Yes.
I think we might need it, so if you could hand it over.
Yes, of course. She just rummages around in her bag and like, here you go.
Yeah. I don't activate it yet, but I.
Well, I hope not.
LeClaire draws her sword,
Yeah.
but she does not lose hold of her tankard.
Does that
She's
count as
ready.
dual weapon wielding? Sip, attack. You need to roll a drunken brawler. Sorry, I meant to make a drunken brawler specialization.
I have drinking and I have brawling, so it's all good.
I sneak a bit further, just to, if we meet up on someone, I will make them go past me so I can attack them from behind.
Right, so you stealthily go forward then,
Yes.
yeah? Okay, cool. As you walk up to the door, stick your head round while staying in the shadows, you get a quick glimpse of a room where there is no life. In front of you is a room with a rather large oak table that's been, it was once varnished, but now it's been bleached by all of the misuse and alcohol stains. And there's a few mugs, big dwarven mugs, sitting on the table. One of them's knocked over, still dripping alcohol on the floor. Around this there are several chairs, a few of them toppled over, one of them is shattered against the wall. As you might expect with a Carter Dwarf place, they've got pornographic drawings on the walls, there's graffiti, there's weapon racks that have been hastily put up with nails. Oh, and around 7 dwarfs, all hacked up and dead around the entire room. Without going in, you don't see much else. However, it looks pretty empty.
I sneak back to Valeth
Mm-hmm.
and I whisper to her, "Psst, this is Feral. How do you go about raising dead? Should we be afraid of these dead corpses, or
Arcane lore.
I simply stand and look at the pornography on the wall. I laugh. That's not how you do it.
That's an interesting new position. I might remember that for later."
Is that something specific for dwarfs, Nato?
That's But there's the belly button. That was
But it's the belly button.
14 on my arcane lore check.
14.
Mhm.
Animated dwarf corpses. That's a new one on you. It's there's something about dwarves which makes it very difficult, if not
Well,
impossible.
yeah, they're lyrium and magic resistant. So there's that. So I whisper back to Valeth, like,
Cyril.
Yeah,
I'm going to talk to myself now.
I'm talking to myself. No, I whisper to Cyril, I mean, it is possible to raise the dead, or animate the dead at least. But dwarves, I've never heard of dwarves, undead dwarves before.
Okay, because there's 9 dead ones in that room over there. And it seems very recent.
Yes, all of these seem very recent and very violent as well. I have no idea what's going on here.
Should
I'm
we
worried.
venture? We
You're
have to.
You're stealthy.
Yeah.
You could enter there without being
Alright,
seen, most likely.
I'm just gonna move in there and then the perception traps,
Yep.
of course, because it's cartel turf.
Yep.
But why did we need to talk to the Mortalitazi again? It was because we believed he was involved with the whole demon bear
No,
blood
because
magic, death magic thing.
Yeah, he might have more information about the magic used on the bear.
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
on
why.
that, because the magic was weird.
Yeah, it was deathy.
Yep. I got
Fuck you. Huh? You've got
18.
18.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gladly. There is a trap, but it looks like it's been stomped on.
Okay. Can I diffuse it just to make sure?
You don't need to. There's
Okay.
nothing left
Good.
in it.
Okay, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Then I walk into the room and look for clues, I guess.
Cool.
Traps, maybe?
There is actually a door on your left, which again is open. From the smell, you get the impression that there's some more bodies inside there, but you'd have to take a look.
Yeah, I take a look.
Cool. You take a little trot over. The next room is around 5 beds. There is a small lump underneath the covers of one of them, with a copious amount of viscous and clotting blood underneath the bed. Looks like someone was caught napping.
Yeah. I check it.
Check what?
I just check under the covers just to make sure it's...
Yeah,
another
whoever
dwarf.
it was, this dwarf has been skewered through the chest.
Poor man.
Although, you do find a total of, if I may...
Oh, do I find loot?
Yeah, actually, yeah you do. You find 6 silver pieces around the guy who you just searched. And there's a total of 7 silver pieces on the table from where it looks like they've been gambling. There's
Can I check their pockets?
yes,
I do that too.
there's nothing in there.
Okay, good. Is there any chests or anything in there?
Yes,
Can I check the chests?
yes you can.
I do that.
Yes. Do you like dwarven small clothes?
No,
No. There is literally nothing worth
Okay.
anything of value in there.
it's fine.
Although one of them seems to have stashed some lyrium potions in there, planning to sell himself.
I
You find
sell,
three mana vials.
yeah,
so-
I take them up and bring them to Valeth and,
Cool.
and Abdulis.
You got 3 lesser mana potions.
Alright.
So you divvy up between you.
Yeah,
You can have them. You got less mana than mine.
for sure. I'll just put them in my bag, and if you need one,
I'll
let
let
me
you
know.
know.
Does this room lead to anywhere else? Or does this corridor stop here?
This corridor ends here as far as you can tell.
Okay, then
By the way, where is everyone at this point?
I think they've
We're
probably come up to me now.
well, we're following as
Yeah.
long as you don't, tell us to not.
Yep.
So
So everyone is in the Carter hideout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Excellent.
Stand back a little bit and then I notice nobody's here. Okay, I follow.
Yeah, I want to be perceptive behind us.
Sure.
Should I roll?
Vaneth is
Okay,
probably
so
in
do
the
they do
room
this?
looking at the damage.
Can I? Because I remember. Is there any trapdoors in here?
You've never been here before. Although you wouldn't be surprised, Carter tend to have escape
Yep.
groups and all sorts of stuff like that.
Because I kept thinking of Grifa, the guy who died at the tavern, and he told us about the trapdoor that we escaped through.
Yep.
So Farrell was like, maybe there's a trapdoor here, so
Maybe
I
there
looked
is.
for trapdoors.
Do searching.
Yes. It's just 16.
Cool. Roll perspective for me, please.
Perception.
What's your perspective?
I want to take a frog perspective.
Yeah, I want to keep a little lookout myself. Anywhere.
Anywhere, anyhow, anywhere.
Anyhow, anywhere.
Roll detect darkspawn.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
But just perception or
Is this detect
or
darkspawn?
hearing, seeing?
It's basically, I think hearing will be the best one.
Okay.
Is the first detect darkspawn or see?
I would go with detect darkspawn.
Okay, because I win.
I rolled a 16 on my
Nice.
perception.
Okay. 11, 18 plus 2,
Yeah.
20.
20.
18 plus 2 is how much?
20.
20.
And
20.
I got a
Vam.
double too.
You got a roll double 2?
I got a double and my dragon die is 4.
That doesn't help technically, but I always allow a little bit of extra when it's a double and you've passed the thing. That's always a little extra from my part. First of all, you actually don't find the trapdoor, but you find a sign as to where it may be. One of the bodies seems to be scrabbling at something
Okay.
in the corner of the room.
Then I'm gonna take some time and try to understand.
Cool. And then you'll be
Yes.
taking another roll in just a moment,
Yes.
where you'll get a +1 to it. Meanwhile, you hear some talking outside. With your high roll and your double, you actually make out a what sounds like an elvish accent, which sounds a bit twinge of Orlesian, with a bit of a hint of an alienage accent to it. They tend to be, in the game terms, it tends to be a bit more American rather than like Welsh or anything. And all you can hear is like, it was a bit of an interesting choice you made there, but I suppose we could, just take this a bit easier. I mean, I gotta watch my fingernails, because all this string and it's just. Can we take a break after this? I'm really, really hungry, and I know you hear is just shut up. Oh well, you don't need to be like that. I mean, you could just something like, Erin, could you just keep it down a bit? Shut up.
I go like this to everyone. Can you hear that? She whispers as low as possible.
You detect something.
No, I don't detect something because I have focus on. Okay, some things I don't detect any more than something. I literally do not move. I'm like.
LeClaire freezes, basically.
And she needs a drink.
No, I do not dare to drink.
It is bad.
I might have stopped breathing for just a bit.
LeClaire, are you okay?
I detect a hint of darkspawn.
Okay.
Just a hint. I don't.
Silent.
You
Maybe
hear
just
outside.
Valeth goes quiet.
You hear outside. Shh. Wait. Then you hear someone checking the floor. Oh yes, they've been this way.
I put up my light.
Yep.
We both put out our lights.
Can you feel that?
Oh shit.
Oh, LeClaire.
Oh no!
I am not here.
No one here but us at the spiders?
Itsy bitsy spiders?
It's not LeClaire, it's Le Maire.
The mad.
But yeah, I started back a lot.
LeClaire. I know you're in there.
You don't know shit. Is there any way to get out of the other side?
Well, as far as you can tell, you're trapped in this room.
I am trapped in this room.
Yeah. It's,
It's a monologue.
well, as far as you're aware.
I make sure, before I continue with this trapdoor thing, I make sure that no one can see my tracks.
My Oh, you see, in the room.
Yeah, because they can't see me, but it won't help if they see my tracks.
That's true. They seem to be good trackers as well, so yeah. I know what you did, LeClaire. I know what you did. I am here to find out for sure.
Can I raise my bow
Yeah.
and aim?
Yeah, sure.
That is kind of was like, Vera, we need to get out of here.
Come over to this corner.
I go over to the corner.
What corner?
Where the voice is coming from.
Careful the Gray Wardens. If you cannot eat,
There,
then
what?
maybe it's better. What? This is not good. This is not
Alice, there's some signs on the floor. It might look like a way out. Can you please try to decipher
You hear the
it?
sound of a metal sword hitting the concrete.
I'm gonna try to
of the
find
side
the
of the tunnel.
trapdoor.
Yeah.
I'm aiming for wherever they seem to come from.
I want to stealth. Not because I can, but because...
Yeah, and it might be so futile, but I think I might try to
13
hide
on my
a
switch.
13.
Yeah.
With the +1, you can't seem to find it. This exit is
Yeah.
pretty.
Okay.
So I whisper that like,
I can't find it. I can't see it. Then I try it again.
11. Yeah. You're looking around for places to hide, and for one brief moment you find yourself underneath the table in the room. You're like, this is ridiculous.
I can't seem to find it either. I rolled a 2 and a 1
The
and a
sword,
1.
the sword clanging is getting closer.
Okay, I say, Actress, we need your help over at this corner. Can you try to decipher this?
If you throw her out, I promise to let you all live.
Fuck you!
Alright. I'll just go over to the corner and try to decipher stuff.
LeClaire just raises her voice just a little bit and be like, questions?
Okay.
Not yet!
Okay, while I go over to the corner, I will enable flaming weapons.
I've still got some tinnitus. I was like, what?
Okay.
But
Flame weapons? Yeah.
flame weapons.
Roll it. Jesus Christ, that was completely automatic. I did not expect that at all.
Can I try to intimidate them?
I think you just did.
Can we roll?
Yeah.
Can we and Valet roll an intimidation roll
After
together
that, yes,
for
I'll
that
give you, I'll
fuck
give you
you?
+1 for the office. The role playing.
There we
I
go.
have to see
12?
the
7?
No. Is it a
Squeak.
17?
Okay, I hit the target number. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Violet sounds a bit. She's lost the voice a bit. You want fuck on me?
And they're all like,
And I will try to decipher. What do I roll? Decipher?
perception, just.
You and Art is saying that synchronized reaction. Lutrigem is saying beautiful. Love the
No.
solidarity.
No.
No, I can't decipher it.
There's a small tear on LeClaire's cheek.
You love me.
LeClaire, we need your help.
Is it wood or steel?
What do you mean?
The trapdoor, wood or steel?
It would probably be made of wall, so it'd be stone.
It's just a map. The dwarf is trying to draw something, so we just need to decipher the drawing.
I just want to say we're basically critical role now. We can't find the door.
Yep.
Okay, LeClaire, we need your help.
You might actually be able to pull this off.
Yeah. Well, flaming weapons, and
However,
I will.
you do, after that intimidation roll, you do actually hear the sword stop for a second. And then in the darkness around the corner, you hear it say, Marie, what are we looking at? And then a very softly spoken Ferelden voice, I think we're looking at, hold a moment, yes, we're looking at, let's see, 2 mages. One is a young mage. They brought a boy to a fight. That's terrible.
Does anybody have?
Hey, he's a pretty decent big boy.
No, she doesn't
But
say that.
otherwise,
He's 12.
I believe we're looking at 3 elves.
No, you're wrong.
Incorrect! You lose!
Everyone hearing this?
Yeah. No, they're pretty around the corner, so you're hearing this conversation.
Okay, I go like, fuck!
LeClaire, find the trapdoor. Can I try seeing again? Perception it one more time.
Yes.
Thank you.
10,
Damn
'Cause
it!
otherwise, I think people on audio.
15.
You know, I'm surprised. We have people over there who are able to allow you rerolls, and no one's actually thrown it out.
That's true.
He's
Yeah, right?
trying to kill us, please.
14.
14?
No, 15 with the +1.
So
15 with
you
plus
both
one?
got 15.
Yeah.
So you got a 16 again. However, you're being assisted with a
15.
15, so you get +2 to it.
Yeah.
Just as you're about to give up, you kind of hit the wall with your fist, and there's a
So basically, I give up and like, damn! Poof! Meant to do that.
Totally on purpose.
Maker's ass tits.
You just had to say the secret password, which was make your ass tits. Damn, those dwarves.
But there's now an open door.
Yes, or rather, you can push it. It's open.
Okay.
It's also dwarf-sized.
Okay.
That's
I,
okay.
Elves are fine. They can make it.
as quietly as I can and as frantically as
Yes,
this.
all roll stealth, please, as you go through.
Oh man.
Yes, please.
How do I roll stealth? I've never done that before.
Lutra Gem said, I nearly spat my drink out at that. Oh shit, forgot the point. Sorry. But it's fine, we managed it.
Dexterity?
Yes.
Yes. Here I roll ridiculously high.
Of course, the dice are ready for you. You obviously got 40,
11,
right?
Eight.
But 8, it was 8.
8.
Okay,
26.
Cool. Yeah, okay.
13.
20!
What'd you get?
13.
13. Wow, the mages are useless at stealth. Obviously.
I go last. I go last.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that we make no tracks and try to close the door as good as possible.
Cool.
And I destroy the drawing that the dwarf made.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Cool.
Did you eat it?
Yes.
Awesome.
I licked it.
Who's
That
going
is
through last? You?
Disgusting.
I go last.
Yeah. Just as you are going through the door, you see the glint of this sword coming around the corner, and it strikes you as odd because this sword is less of a sword, more of one giant dragon tooth that's been sharpened, and it's still covered in blood. And then you close the doors. Then you hear the voices on the other side. Spread out. Couldn't have gotten out of here. Mages don't possess those powers. Then you hear the patter of 2 other people coming in the room.
So, 4?
There seems to be 3,
3.
as far as you can tell. However, you did hear the sound of something going. So maybe there's
Is
something
it a
else.
Mubari?
What?
Is it Mudfire? Is it a Mubari?
That's a way to find out.
Definitely.
Meanwhile, you are all in this very compact crawl space, like an air vent.
I am hustling them along silently by pushing as quickly as we can.
Which position are you in? First, second, or third?
Well, I'd grab. Okay, I grab. Take off some.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
up
my
my
hair.
chest.
That's my hair. This passageway leads up for a wee while. Behind you, you constantly keep an ear out to see if they've found the door. Nothing as of yet. However, as you get to the end there, the person in front, who is one of you two. Oh, it's you. You said you were in front.
Yes.
Roll a perception seeing. Because it's quite freaking dark in here.
Night.
Light, please. Doing that and walking is going to be difficult, plus you're in the middle. So, give me this. This is going to be hilarious. What?
15.
15? Ah, damn it. Cool. You almost fall from the edge into what seems to be some sort of basement of some like ruined building. Because there is a staircase at the back of the room, which has been shattered. And the roof above is just a cave-in.
I'm a Gray Warden, of course I know how to maneuver the dark hallways.
The darkest of always. But this whole
Is
basement
this
is
LeClaire
filled with
talking
water.
to the voices in her head?
Let's say yes.
Obviously, no, it's
So-
me talking to the maker. And it's like, you put this in a big in front of me. I'm trying to rush along, but of course I've been to the deep roads before. It's not gonna work on me, mister. And the rest of you tell him. You tell him right now.
So you're entirely sure how the Chantry feels about you calling the maker that motherfucker.
She's a Gray Warden, she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, right. I do what I like. I do what I like. Yes, so the room is filled with water.
What the?
It actually looks like rainwater. It's not filthy like the sewer. And you can actually see the bottom, which is mostly just dirty floorboards and such. Oh, and rats, obviously.
And rats.
The two
At the
things Valeth hates the most.
Squeak, squeak. yeah.
Water and rats.
Just
Yeah.
for you. Without actually getting in, though, you won't be able to see if there's anything else in this room. The water would probably come up to about here. On you.
And it's a hallway? Or like a
It's a basement.
It's a basement?
It's a basement of some sort.
You are not allowed to do that.
You are far too young.
But young!
You're
No,
like
no, no.
8 centimeters taller than me.
Wow. You are a Pathfinder player. It's every centimetre counts.
Of course.
Did you feel it?
But of course.
Drink.
Like father, like son.
Alright.
We both wield broadswords.
You will grow up and become magnificent.
It was then that they realised the Gakfar matured early.
Oh God.
Sorry, I need to.
One sip of this and he gets hears in places he did not already have.
He's not allowed to.
It's
Not
not yet, no,
allowed,
but
oh
I'm
God.
just...
The drinking age in Ferelden is at least 13.
So 1 year left.
So
Drinking
when
age in
I'm 13,
Ole
you'll
does
say
not exist.
14.
No, it does not exist at all.
Are we in Ferelden? I forget.
As soon as
No,
you
free
can-
marches actually.
Yeah.
There you see.
Well, actually.
If, in Ole, it's if you can swallow.
In Ole, it's like if you want to, you can't.
If you want to,
That's it, I love them.
it is allowed. You go to see the doctor afterwards.
So, does everyone jump in the water?
No.
So you're just going to stay in the...
No.
I will
You can't do neither.
It
No, no,
looks like rainwater, but I will try to light my finger on flame and just check the water. If
Okay.
it bursts.
Okay.
Boom! I'm just kidding.
Farrell walks last.
Yep.
So if Valeth stops,
Yep.
Farrell will just push her.
So weird, do you...
Question.
Yes.
Valeth is not that tall.
Yes.
So how deep is this?
You need to swim.
It's
I'm
about
160.
Your feet would be this far off the ground. So you'd have to swim.
She's not that much taller.
I have rock
8
armor
centimeters.
on. I'm not sure.
I don't think rock
have
armor makes you
swim.
heavier.
I'm not
There's no
sure.
rule saying it does.
Well, last time,
time.
Rick,
What?
correction corner.
Oh?
Last time we went to the water,
That's true.
you told Valeth she couldn't put on rock armor because it would make her sink.
You know what? You're right.
I
You
am,
have to switch
because
off
I
rock
have
armor.
been listening to the podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's true.
It's true.
She thinks that I'm actually having a problem with this. It means that I get to be nasty and blame her.
No.
Can't use rock armor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, don't blame me.
No.
It's her fault. And someone's trying to give the maker a high five. What's up?
I still waiting.
What? What is it?
Yeah.
God.
Can I try to freeze, like, solid freeze the water with winter grass?
Yeah, totally. I wouldn't recommend it though, because someone's standing in it.
She is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
She has
there
a-
is.
Oh, you might whisper to me.
Get out of what there.
Get out of the water.
Oh, there might be too much water to freeze.
I'll
though.
try.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd like to look around the freaking room, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Get out. But
Valeth will
get
do that
in.
as an excuse
No.
to not get into the water.
Yeah.
Because I went out of the water.
I enable the combat magic, like pull her out with one arm, and then
You're gonna be magnificent
I
when you grow
got
up.
14, and it's a double.
When you do it,
I
call
don't
me.
know if it matters. Primal.
alright.
Cool. The hatch behind you, the secret doorway, suddenly shakes violently as if hit by
I
something.
found the door. We need to go. Now, just hurry.
Let's have.
I dispel it and I run through the wall.
Yeah, I manage.
So you basically freeze the water. And how were you not frozen by that?
Because
No,
I
because
pulled her out.
You got out.
You have to keep
So you
her-
got
keep
in.
attention on-
You got
no.
out. You got back in again.
I got her out with my magic
It
strength.
is. It's so true.
So you did levitate on her or something.
Come
No,
on,
I
magic.
said get back here and then pull her out.
Great.
And then
I just
Elsa.
You can go back afterwards and watch the YouTube and you see.
I will. I'm just trying to figure out how you pull someone out into a air vent, and then get in front of them without going through them, and then cast the magic, and then get them to go through you again, and then jump
It
out.
is magic, okay.
You know what? For the sake of the argument, instead of being an absolute Valeth about it, I'm going to say, yeah, sure, okay,
Yeah.
great. I
I
hope you
can
got your
al-
ice skates.
I can just belly slide.
Elsa, by the way, in the outtakes, did fall on her ass. Yeah, they got it. Yes, go on then.
Yeah.
You've been patiently waiting. What was it?
Well, if Gaffy freezes the water, I don't have to dispel my rock armor, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I will probably crawl across that thing.
Yeah. Gonna check something. No, you're fine.
Farrell's gonna just skate on her shoes.
Roll a dexterity check, please.
Me too.
No problem.
You don't need to, by the way. You just,
It's for style.
16.
I might be stuck out of my head.
Drink.
And a double 1 for flair.
I also.
What did you say we have to roll? Just
Dex.
18.
Yeah. Ryura is saying, I like how everyone just raises their hand to get attention. And Lutrogen says, excellent behavior, I approve.
I got well trained. No, I'm kidding myself. I don't know why they do that. I really haven't got them well trained. Basically, first of all, Gaffy decides that he has a bright idea, which is usually when everyone leaves the room, and turns the water that's in the room to ice. And then suddenly it's a snow episode, and both LeClaire and Cyril are skating in figure eights around in the dark. And
I have a light.
you have a light.
Yeah.
You can almost hear the Disney music.
So people
Meanwhile-
can actually see what we're doing. That's awesome.
It's
That's
pretty
great.
good. It
Can we
reflects
please
pretty
get
well.
the fuck on?
Yes.
You also notice that in the corner of the room, now that you're in there, to your left, around the corner, there is a table pressed against the wall and another, what seems to be another doorway. Except this one is wider. It's another dwarven-style door that's been knocked into the wall itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's your way out. Meanwhile, the secret hatch behind you explodes outwards with a lot of force, so much so that the entire little crawl space is filled with dust.
Now would be the time to use a fate point to make the explosion kill them.
That's not how the force works.
That's too easy. if we can get ahead, and we can give me some time, I can make a gift of paralysis and stop them in their tracks for a little while, and then we can just kill them or knock them unconscious.
If you can just ship them
Or
off,
we can run.
But it is really bad.
I think
Just let it run.
We'll move. We'll run.
Violet is pretty good with magic. I would personally, actually, in her words, trust her to do this flip. I think it would slow them down.
Maybe I will just get
And also, LeClaire, I'm a pretty good shot. So I will aim for the air vent. It's not very big. They can't press through like 3 people at a time.
That's true.
And I will shoot them in their fucking face if they come.
You've never said
Before she's
something
done.
so romantic to me before.
Marry me.
I have my times.
Please marry me.
Gakvar is like standing this with his book.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
look at me. I can do like this. How long is it? Do you think it's to the door over there that they are
I
coming
don't
through?
know how far it is.
It's about a good 20 yards.
20. Okay. If they come close enough, I'll just flame blast them.
You can do that.
But first, I will call. They're after you, so I'll cast anti-magic ward.
I feel tingly. What is this?
Also, don't do that. It'll come up in the podcast.
Sorry.
Also, it means you have to open it again, and that's just embarrassing. That was like a full stop, though.
It
Thunk.
gives you bonus against harmful magic.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Because I think they have like mages, or one mage. with
It's
them.
true. It's true. They probably have a mage. Lord knows I would.
Do I know?
No, you know of the one person. You haven't identified any of the others yet.
I have the name Marie. Is that one that I know?
Roll history.
Also, LeClaire, I could hear that they were at least 3 people and something that sounded like a dog.
Ooh.
Also, if you unfreeze the water, I have shock.
Scanning, right?
Then we should be out of the water.
So we could just electrify them.
13. There's actually, funnily enough, there's only one Marie in the wardens that you know of. And that's Marie Provost. She's a death mage.
Oh wow.
And she was also one of the wardens that was at Denerin.
Shit.
Oh fuck. Well,
The 5th Blight.
Yes, these are big high rollers, as we say in Norway. We need to get going very quickly, and that is so inappropriate.
Oh my love of God! Come on!
Oh dear. Yes, that's fantastic.
Oh, no!
We're talking about some artwork here. Needs to be shared.
That's so grim. Oh, I love it.
It's perfect.
We have a Gray Warden Death Mage on our tail. This
Death Mage?
This Marie that I suddenly remembered. She's quite famous.
Death Mage. We should get her autograph then. Signed in her own blood.
Well, you're grim today.
You can take the feral out of the carter, but you can't take the carter out of the feral.
No, but yes, can
You need to tell me more about this later.
Yes, please.
True, but you take me too long though. So, out of the dust, you can actually use those held actions if you want, because you see a elvish face with a big scar coming down the side of the face, poked down like that with a longbow pointing
I'm
out.
shooting because I'm
Bam,
already
roll initiative.
shooting.
Well, yeah, my spell takes a minute though, so I probably started drawing it already. Seeing
Sure.
as we've
And
been
I was
sending.
already aiming because I had lifted my bow.
That's true. You still get a bonus.
So do I have to throw initiative or can I just shoot my hold action?
You can. You know what? It doesn't make much of a difference. So you can fire your load.
Thank you.
Shoot your load.
Thank
Really?
you.
Phrasing.
Are we
It's
still
a
doing
double.
phrasing? It's a double. Of course, it is. Roll.
Dragon die is 3.
Yeah.
So it's 11 plus something. 19.
19.
Yeah. To
Yep.
hit.
Yeah, you hit. Roll for damage.
Yes. Oh, that's
And remember, you got a double.
1d6.
And then in a moment, we'll do your spell
Double
if you wanted
3.
to use it. Or you would have to wait for them to get closer.
Yeah, because mine is 8 yards long.
Thing is, both of you are crowded around this portal now to look down at. So it's going to be a bit tight.
How tight is this? Like this?
Do you remember that scene from Die Hard where he jumps to the air vent?
Hmm.
That tight.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
I have I have 3 points,
Yeah.
so I can use Pierce Armor for 1 spell point.
Yes, of
I
course.
can
Rogue, rogue, OP.
use Rapid Reload because
Yeah.
that's also 1 spell stun point, and I can use Skirmish.
I wouldn't bother you.
And
The
did you
skirmish is
remember
only good when
to-
you're adjacent, though, surely.
Did you remember to +1 on your dragon die because of level?
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Wait,
So
no,
that
doesn't
means
skirmish mean that you
no,
can
that
actually...
means I can have Mighty Blow instead.
Stop helping.
So Mighty Blow, Pierce Armor, and Rapid Reload.
Sounds good. That's good.
So I get 2d6s, and this is not a backstab. No, it's not.
No.
7, 8, plus 5. 13 plus
distracted.
cunning.
Plus cunning.
13. That's 16 damage
16 damage, so that's reduced.
with Pierce Armor
13. BS, I'm out.
in the face.
Oh, you just look at Feral. They're like the best students in the class. They're such a Hermione thing to do.
Valis.
What did I say?
Pharaoh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Vala. Your character. Whatever
Yeah.
her name is.
No, I'm just gonna note that my my glyph of paralysis does not affect allies.
Friends. No, it doesn't.
So
And you choose who it is.
yes.
Right, you actually let rip with the arrow, and it shoots along this this air vent for 20 yards quite neatly, before striking this elf with a mangled ear, a scar down his eye, and with these grey slate-like eyes.
Can I hit the other eye?
No.
The good side of
No, you've not caused that much damage, unfortunately. What is it, if it's important?
It is very important to recognize the face of this elf.
Are you looking? Because
Of
we've
course
already
I-
got 2 people who are looking down this thing. I don't think you can.
Okay.
It's very tight, cramped, like air vent sized.
I thought we were skating like in a...
No, you
Isn't
were
that
out
nice?
in the room. You have basically this thin corridor, and then at the end of this corridor, there was a flooded basement, which you've all popped into. Essentially, that's where you're skating in figure eights, like it's Elsa's reunion. And then now we have the ranger who's fired first, like Han Solo, into the face of this person. The arrow, by the way, which you shoot, enters through the guy's cheek and takes a bit of a chuck out.
Can it be on his good side? The one that's not? Because he was hurt.
Only if someone uses a fate point.
No!
No.
Don't do that.
No,
Don't. Don't. That's a critical role joke. She's feral. I'm valid.
Cool. Yeah, you just actually pissed him off because he has a thing about his face. Cool.
You
you're
look so much better now.
with your face off. You are too far away to use your flame blast at the moment. The person who actually ducks his head down had his bow pretty much going anyway. And you see him draw it back, twist it awkwardly, and then let go. His arrow burns through the air. It's like a Dalish make arrow, spinning almost like a screw. And I get... Tell me, do you get hit on a 19?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just because I have 18.
Da 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 ba 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 ba. You're not a surprised opponent, so he doesn't get that bonus. However, he does get 22 damage.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
-5. Or
Yeah, mine is your armor.
it's not piercing.
I did get a double. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Sorry. That's piercing and mighty blow, which is another d6, which makes it 26 points. And it's piercing, so a half your armor, rounding up, I think.
Yeah, so I get -3.
Yeah.
But how many did
26.
26. Okay, so 23.
Yep.
Do we have full health?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna remove.
You had time to get a McDonald's on the way back.
Where does it hit me, by the way?
This arrow actually hits you in the collarbone.
Damn it.
It misses anything vital, but you've got this Dalish feathered arrow sticking out of your
How
side.
fitting, that's exactly where I'm hurting right now.
In real life.
I was inspired. You're suffering. It tickles me.
Ow! Fuck off, you fucker! You're ugly! I'm gonna fuck up your face! Fuck you! That's what feral response
Give us a headcanon is that you're screaming this in Dwarvish.
Yes! Yes, can we please do that?
Yes, Carter naval speech, you know.
Just
I'm so happy I do not
Right.
speak that.
That exchange happens really quickly. What would you like to do now? You've got an exit. It's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. I just want to finish my glyph,
Yes.
and then I will suggest that we run away.
May I suggest we get out of Dodge?
Yes.
Cool. Does everyone abide?
No, I just break off the tip of the arrow so I don't run around with a huge thing sticking out of my chest.
How far away is this exit?
That's about as far as that.
I should probably roll for my spell.
Yes.
I like the honesty. She could have just been like,
I could have.
But it is a door.
is it a door?
It
It
is
is
a
a door.
It is a door.
It is a door, for sure.
I'm feeling in a rush. I just want to make sure we have an exit. So
Skate, 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 skate.
skate. I would have to add that I'm probably moving pretty fast.
Yes. Also, you hop over the ass end of a rat, which has been frozen in the ice, half in, half
Can I
out.
roll acrobatics to see if I can do it?
Yes, yes you can. Yes, you can, just for shits and giggles. Don't fail it, though.
Yeah, I do.
7 plus 10 is 17.
Yes. No one notices, but
I feel awesome.
you jump over this rat's ass. It's sticking out of the ice. It's been frozen upside down. And backflip and land on your feet, just in time to skid to a halt.
Wow.
Look around, no one saw it.
No.
I still go like, oh!
10 out of 10.
Yeah, actually everyone's there with placards. Now that is a drawing, Lucia Ferrer. Not that... I wanted to say abortion of a drawing, but I think I'm making things worse.
Yeah, don't go
That's... Oh god, I feel dirty now.
there. All right.
Moving swiftly on, please edit that.
I make the target number on the spell.
Good. Oh my god.
I go and push out the door.
It opens with a creak. Pretty easy. That's exactly how it sounds. Inside is what seems to be part of the original cellar of whatever building you're in, which ends with another crawl space that's been pickaxed into the stone. This corridor, by the way, is just filled with sacks of corn and other such miscellanea. You know, actually at one point there's a rusted sword and a few other bits and bobs that have just been left lying around. Cobwebs as well, of course, and some rats.
Is there a key in the lock?
Is there a what? No, this isn't a lockable door.
Is there a wooden wheel to buy?
No.
inside.
And while you're checking, everyone else comes through past you.
They can pass me.
Yeah.
And very good. I let them go in first, and then I basically push them along.
Yes, cool. So you're now at the back of everyone.
Is there any? Did you say that there was a lock on this door? Are we able to close it and I can lockpick it shut?
There is no lock on the door.
Oh, okay, great.
And there is no beam or method to actually block it
Okay.
that you can find at
Yep.
least. You could put up all of the crates and bags and things in the corridor, but that would take time to
I
pack it all
think
up.
LeClaire has already pushed us along anyway.
Yeah. Behind you, you hear what sounds like an elf swearing in some of the language, Elvish. You understand a bit of Elvish, obviously, so what he says basically is, I'm going to kill that bitch.
I'm gonna say it back.
Yeah, but you're going to say, I'm going to kill that bitch.
No, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna kill you, bitch. No, I'm not saying bitch. I'm saying it wrong, so I'm just saying bish.
Bish!
I'm gonna kill you, bish.
You're not even worth the T and the C, yo. Cool. You get to the crawl space, the end of the corridor. You go in as is.
Yes.
Awesome. Guess what? You actually get out onto another one of those corridors that you entered to get into the dwarvish hideouts. The one with the thin stream.
So we're back in the main corridor.
The main corridor
Yeah.
again. However, this time the way ahead is slightly, well, it's basically caved in, but there is a crack in the wall on the side where it looks like a collapse has occurred. There's a cave there. Now, obviously, the carter made some kind of escape route here. And behind you, you hear someone cursing very loudly about some fucking paralyzing
Glyph
glyph.
of paralyzation.
Paralysis.
Paralysis. Oh, LeClaire with the bark spawn.
I need to come forward. And I have not gotten this much tongue reduction
In a long time.
in a long time since I last was in LA.
My God.
Alright. So we're back in the hallway. My glyph obviously worked. That's nice. Vala snickers to herself, like
Every time.
yeah. And then she will suggest that I think we should just keep running. Get away, yeah. We should.
There you are.
So we just keep going. What do you need? I think you should just put him down.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he saw the chocolate.
I think he saw himself on the screen over here.
I think so too.
It's got good eyesight.
Yep.
Yeah, he hates TV.
Screens.
Sweet.
Okay, so you need.
I have some cards here if you're looking for something.
Nope, I got everything I need.
Okay.
Sweet. Cool.
I'm worried.
You're
Leroy, you should ask Lucia Farah for that photo. Because she sent it to me.
She's probably talking about the photo you took of LeClaire.
No. Send me the photo. Okay, I'm gonna send you. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And also Lucia Farah, after the comment that you made, she said about the art. Yeah, I'm gonna send you the photo. Right, I'm gonna do it now.
I'm starting to appreciate the kind of darkness that there is in our more
Wood fud.
local followers. Yep, yep. I love you all because you're all mad. Really? Have you rolled for that though? No. Following the corridor down, you come into the natural cave that's occurred. To your right.
Yep.
Lots of stalagmites, stalactites, dripping humidity. Really shows that this cave is naturally made. There was no intent for this to be here. But the cave-in, the natural cave-in it seems, has broken through. However, to the right of it, there is a very neat little door, wooden, that's been set in place, leading into what seems to be some form of ruins, or another form of tunnel.
Does the door look newer than the ruins?
Yes.
Yes.
Arcane check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Check for traps.
Okay.
We'll both do arcane, I
You'll
think.
both
Not
fail.
that it helps.
You're all going to die down here. Hold on. Nobody occurred until I was a Gray Warden.
17.
I only got 12.
13.
13. You just managed to find a rather nasty spike trap. You put your foot on a particular point, spike comes up and goes right through your foot. Yeah, that's the worst. That's like, doesn't kill you, but...
You guys wouldn't want to step here. For sure. That's not a good idea.
What did you get?
Oh, I rolled on an arcane lore. I got it 12, I think.
What specifically were you thinking about?
Like, if this place seems like it could be like a magical ruin, or if there are any glyphs that I can read or anything like that, that could just...
From what you can see, it's very little, unfortunately. You have to go further in. But, the only thing that you can piece together is that underneath Ostwick, there is foundations from different areas of Ostwick's history. Most notably is its pre-Free March days, when it was a Tevinton lighthouse.
Right. So the architecture looks kind of Tevinton. Remember, she loves architecture.
Yeah, actually the contours do depict a lot of almost deliberate serpentine directions, which is indicative of like medium to later year Tevinton Empire, especially in that particular construction. Being so low down, yada yada yada, it's freaking old.
Yeah. I won't bore you with the details, but it's definitely Tevinton in
got
origins.
17.
What?
17 on arcane, because I want to see if it's safe to go through the door magically.
Huh. You know, for a second there I thought you were going to say, I got a 17 on architecture.
No.
Something that happens like between you two naturally is like, just like, but did you know?
Yeah, we were kind of academics discussing things.
I know, but this is budding like...
Can we please just make a decision?
Yeah, we're moving. I said that
Yeah,
we
of
should be
course.
going.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
as far as you can tell, there's nothing magical about this door or this particular area.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just checking for magical traps.
We read?
So who goes through first?
I do.
Okay, Gaffy does.
Cool.
But before we do, should we take a bathroom break?
Should we?
We've been going for almost 2 hours.
15 minutes, so then it is 2 hours. Unless people need to use the toilet now.
Well, I do.
I can't say no to that, can I? Alright, we're going to take a quick bathroom break. Be back in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
Because it's about to get good.
I figured.
People could just stop stripping down a corpse for all it's worth. I'm going to check to see if it had beans lately.
That's unfair.
It is totally unfair.
What?
Nothing.
Looting the corpse.
The corpse. Can I...
Money can't go to waste.
I've never met anyone who's ever asked me out of... away from the camera, can I actually get any money for dwarven toenail clippings? It's
Alright, that
pretty-
one you made up. You totally made that
Did I
one.
though? Could you tell the difference? That's the question.
Definitely. I think actually...
Ostwick, I am your server. You merely adopted the trade. I was born to it. Okay, that wasn't very good. Oh, that was the best. I working on my Bane impression.
Well, my brother found out his kind of recipe to do Bane. You take a pillow, couch pillow, be like optimal, and you just shove it in your face, especially in front of this area.
Yep.
And then talk.
Really?
Yeah, I have it on film. Oh, well, either that or he does like this.
I tended to start like this.
No.
It would be very painful for you. Right. I can't wait to tell you what's happening in the next plot. I don't think we're gonna finish this one today. It's gonna be 2 parts of this. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell! Do you reckon you can come back for a part 2?
No, of course I will.
Good. Otherwise, I'd kill off LeClaire.
You're not allowed to. You're not.
Oh,
I know where you live, and
You
I
know-
frequent there.
sorry. I just got a message from my wife saying, can I get money for dwarven toenail clippings? Are we still live? I thought we were taking a break. God damn it!
I'm never taking off the sound.
I thought you said, I'm never off.
I'm never on.
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
Me neither.
I want chocolate. I want chocolate. I can't see. Ow, dude. Gaffy.
Dude, Gabby.
No.
You know, I'm kind of like playing the only male character here.
Yes, you are.
So, you know.
I'm
to
playing the
keep
rest.
To keep you company, you know.
You think that's what it is? That's how you identify
Even bros.
masculinity. Is by being mean.
LeClaire has a lot of mail on the inside.
Ingrid wants to have a quick recap of the episode so far.
We did.
We've been ice skating.
Previously on Glee.
Lot of dead dwarves.
We're down in the sewers, looking for the singing
Mortalitazi.
Yeah,
Mortalitazi.
it's like also a CSI Miami on dead dwarves.
Gaffy, the 12-year-old, took on his sunglasses, and you just heard the sound. Yeah!
Yeah. You could say that this dwarf was shortchanged. Oh my god.
Something's been murdering dwarves, and we think it might be the Gray Wardens that are hunting us and LeClaire now because they have a grudge.
They know LeClaire, and LeClaire knows them.
And she's scared.
I am completely innocent. I say.
She's been acting weird all night.
She's done something they know that we don't.
No, we
I
don't.
have done a lot of things. You have to be very specific.
We need to have a talk. That's what we need.
Do you really want to have that talk?
Yeah, that talk.
All the talks.
That talk? Oh, it's good.
All
It's
the
good. Maybe
talks.
you'll learn something.
I don't want to be here for this.
Maybe.
Can I leave?
No, not leave.
Anyways, the door.
The door
The
opens.
door.
I open the door. I kick open the door.
I always worried when like everyone's looking at the chat thing, and I'm thinking, what's on the chat that's more interesting? Oh God, Lucia, how do time? What are you
Ingrid-
drawing now?
Ingrid scared the cat with her laughter.
Yeah. It's okay though. That cat's easily scared.
Aww.
Yeah, she is. Every time I like sneeze or open a bottle, it's like angry. Just run around the whole room.
Kick open the door.
Are we ready for
Great.
the continuance?
You kick open the door.
LeClaire is feeling ashamed that the boy
Awesome.
is kicking open the
As
door.
you kick open the door, a blade comes out and basically hits you in the middle of the chest here. You take a total of 23 damage, not penetrating or piercing, so you can deduct your armor. Your roll of 13 was not good enough to detect all the traps.
No.
It's that classic one. You're like, oh, I found a little trap that's barely anything.
I
Step to the door.
figured.
Traps are, by the way, an amazing set of rules which we haven't abused yet.
3? 23?
Yes.
Or as they
Minus
say
armor.
in Ravane,
5, that's
C.
18.
I think so.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay, so Valeth will be like, oh my goodness, are you okay?
It's nothing. Let's move on.
How are you okay?
I got lots of hit points. I got lots of hit points. It's fine.
Fourth wall.
Broken.
You know that scene from The Hobbit where Thorin gets set on fire and he's like, Alright, let's go. That's exactly what happens. The blade comes in, hits his chest, blood spews up, probably broken bone. He flattens on the ground. Everyone's like, oh, it's like, I'm okay, let's go.
Are you sure I shouldn't?
I just healed magic myself and go.
Yeah, right. So change
Why
it.
do I even
Remember
bother?
to use the mana.
I do.
You guys have never run out of mana, and I'm calling bullshit on that.
Look. Look at my mana stat, and you can see why I never run out.
No, but seriously.
I don't know how to read.
I am meticulous with my mana use, so.
J'accuse. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. By the way, it's in the map. It's great, isn't it? Shh. White lines, everybody. White line pads from Class Olsen. Amazing for RPG maps. Amazing. You can even scan them in with an app. Boo-hoo! Right. You get through the door. You're actually going down some steps.
I am seeing with my eyeballs.
As opposed to your nose.
Yes.
And
And all the other 16 senses.
that you acquire after your 14th glass of red.
Yes.
Yes.
I get many senses again. I sense a lot.
I can now smell colour.
So yes, I get 7 hit points back from that, like. And you-
That's just amazing. Your leg gets lopped off by a trap. It's okay, just pass me the leg. Thank you.
Of course, he's like.
He's a munchkin.
So munchkin-y.
I'm hustling along and seeing for 16.
So,
Yep.
can anyone do something about this then?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's a good point. She still has a piece of
I can
Dalish
help
arrow
out.
sticking out of her
I'll
chest.
heal her.
Yeah,
It's fine,
I
go
was
on it.
actually going to heal it before we got to the bathroom break, but I didn't
Okay,
get to
you
it,
have
but
time.
I have time. I heal.
Thanks to a paralysis glyph. I'm actually monitoring their progress. It's not so good actually. They seem to be arguing.
LeClaire, we'll just go through the door.
Yeah,
I
I hit
just-
the
what's
party
your-
points. I used 3 mana points to give you 10 hit points.
Just
Thank you. You close the wound, I guess, and I can take out the arrow
Yep.
beforehand, of course.
Yes, yes.
Actually, taking out the arrowhead is extremely painful
Yep.
because healing doesn't include.
Extraction.
Well, actually, I was gonna go with sedative or any form of pain relief, but it does heal the wound back together.
That's fine. If you don't manage.
There should actually be 2 spells. One is physically healing the wound. The other one is actually pain relief.
But I'm just going to do like I'm on the count of 3. I'll pull this out. 1.
Yeah.
I drag it out myself.
No, I want you to roll a willpower check, self-discipline,
You
to see
might
if you
scream.
scream. Because it's an arrowhead and they're
Yeah, I
gruesome.
don't really
This
have much
particular one is a
willpower, so-
bodkin.
I just
Can
got,
I just
It has
push
like
it
hooks,
through?
I
right?
just have a 10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. You scream the place down. As in, it's perfectly acceptable. No one judges you. But yeah, scream, high pitched and everything.
It is very good now. They seem to be dead.
But can I do like instead of
Just keep
dragging
running.
it out, I'll just push it through.
But then
And
you'll push it and make another hole.
That's true.
Yeah, but it will.
She doesn't need that shoulder blade away.
But it will ruin less if I push it. all the
Actually,
way through.
medically, it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
If you push it through instead of pulling it back out, you
because of the
cause less
barbs.
damage to the tissue.
I like this idea.
Yes.
You don't see the sense in it, but he goes for it before you have any objections.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So you've now got this neat through and through scar.
That's fine. I heal just after.
It's funny, really, because when you scream out, you're like, oh god, just alerted them to our presence. And then you hear another scream in the distance.
Oh, they're doing the same thing about the cheek.
Yeah, possibly. You don't know. I haven't told you yet, but I just rolled 3 ones for something. So you have to find out later.
I actually rolled.
The next
I
room.
just had one.
Ice.
No, they've gotten over the ice.
Have they?
Yeah, because
How do
the
you
glyph
know?
Yeah.
is beyond the ice.
Yeah.
So they're most likely past the ice because we heard them, curse about being paralyzed.
Aw, did they step on the spike?
Maybe.
But we have the spike. No matter.
No, we are
Don't
hustling
worry.
along.
Don't worry about it, okay?
Don't
See you
worry
tomorrow
about it.
morning.
Moving on.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yes. So you guys basically enter a room with a short flight of steps going down.
Check for traps.
That takes time. You want to do that in
I
every...
think
Again,
I
I
don't
am
think we have
seeing
time. Let's run.
16.
So you're seeing for 16?
I'm seeing for 16.
This is include checking for traps?
No, it does not. But
No?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yes.
It's not so.
You can say that. I will mind. You're checking for traps at the same time. You're basically looking for any dangers, correct?
Yes, of
Yes.
course,
Of
of course.
course, yes.
21.
I'm looking ahead, so I
Double-
don't fall on my face on a trap.
6 on my dragon.
For
Cannot win this
check of
race.
traps.
Yeah.
You make it very clear that you're not going to be falling foul of what happened to Gaffy. So you start checking every step. And you're basically prodding it with your foot, stepping back, going down, stepping back. Takes you a bit longer to going down. But you get down the steps with no problems. You don't find any traps. No traps come out and find you. And you head forward. There is a... yes, Gaffy?
You just finish your.
I don't want to drag you forward without you getting the chance to say something. But in front of you now is a very heavy looking double set of doors that belongs probably better at a temple somewhere, made of solid oak, varnished wood with a few chips here and there, with what seems to be beveled in dragons of some kind, with an owl sitting on its head.
Is it a lock?
There is no lock. It's just a very neat little... I'm going to have to go with Gaffy first because he was there first. And LeClaire has basically decided that she needs to urinate in the corner. That's right, that's going to be on the podcast, people! Go on, Gaffy.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Winter's Grasp on the stairs behind us to make it slick.
How long does that last?
I
Let's
don't
say
think-
it
I don't
lasts.
think it does.
Your dragon die, let's say it lasts that many minutes. GM's discretion.
No. You said something about symbols on the door, so I want to. You said there was an owl.
Yes.
So does it look like the Owl of Ostwick?
Mm-hmm. So stylized in the Tevinton fashion.
Right. And the door must have been cost a fortune. I'm guessing.
The door looks like it was very much costly. In fact, it's aged very well considering it's wood in a very moist environment. You would be inclined to actually check it for any form of enchantment.
Okay,
Excuse
I
me?
will do that.
Isn't Lady Maldwin's mansion the only building in Ostwick that is very much Tavine styled?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's just very Tavine style, although they've tried their best to hide it, because, Tevinter sucks.
16.
What? Oh yeah, 5 minutes. I think that'll be good. Was it?
16.
16, yes.
On arcane lore. If it's magic, then it's more, I think. Yes.
Your knowledge about this era goes against what you think with regards to the owl. For as far as you knew, the Owl of Ostwick is a recent symbol
Yeah.
with the establishment of the circle. However, this would indicate that that symbology exists prior to what you know to be the Chantry circles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an older symbol than you realised.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dancing with the dragon, which indicates some form of wisdom that goes beyond that of even the icon of the old gods. That's a high form of arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
Who would dare to do that?
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, right.
She makes a mental note of this. She's going to write a dissertation about it or something in the future.
And invite everyone at Equine House to come and sit down and
Yeah.
force them to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe except me. Of
I
course.
got slides.
I got double, so can that make my spell more powerful or something?
You can make it last twice as long.
So 10 minutes.
Yes. This is like Home Alone. Seriously, we've got Macaulay Culkin right
Yeah,
here.
we do.
Go get it, Marv! It's like- yeah.
Well, the black ones were arrogant enough for that, at least, or even more arrogant. So mages, and probably Tevinter mages, seeing as this is a Tevinton ruin as well. That makes sense. So Valid is just muttering this as she's like watching and studying the thing and like, is it open?
There be 2 doors in front of you?
Yeah.
No, they're closed at the
No,
moment.
I mean like, is it locked?
No.
No.
There's no visible locks.
I have another question about the Maldrin house.
Mhm.
Because you've also mentioned that it looks like it could have been used for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a connection between this place and that house?
None that you're aware of.
But,
For
okay.
now.
I'm not wrong with thinking it.
Yeah, it's funny. You might, as a player, might figure it out before Cyril does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
All the right questions at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Gaffar will go over to Valet and ask what's up with the door.
Well, it's ancient Tevinton, and the owl and the dragon, it's symbolic of, well, it's very arrogant is what it is. I mean, it...
I want to check for darkspawn and sweat excessively.
I try to, would you stand back? I'll try to see if I can open it.
That's a good point, actually. There's no handles. So, yeah.
I'm gonna try to see if I can push it or pull it or...
Nice.
16.
Yeah, you sense only a slight trace of taint behind you. Not like directly behind you, but, close. But
Close, but it's do I feel uncomfortable?
right, it's the taint that you're sensing is the limited taint that you get from sensing other Grey Wardens.
Yes, but I want to know is it getting close faster?
It's closing pretty quick.
We need to go.
Yes.
This is
I'm
fascinating, but we need to
I'm working on it.
Okay, I help
There
push
are no
the door.
handles.
Okay,
I just
I will
push.
sit here in the corner and die.
Yeah,
Push
nothing
the door.
happens.
Push the door.
Yeah, it's like pushing a solid wall.
Is there any? Do you have secret password?
Working on it. Are you not listening?
Melon.
Nerd!
Do I need to cast like a magic check or an arcane lore check or something?
Arcane law.
Arcane lore.
Actually, do arcane law as a focus with your magic.
Okay.
So roll your magic and add your focus for arcane lore.
Okay. So that's
Always mixing it up, changing the rules, dropping a change.
6,
Crazy, man.
12,
Seriously, you went on the T-Bar, you were on the subway with that scar.
But today.
15.
You went all over the place in Oslo with that scar on your face.
Obviously not.
15.
Seriously, 15. Alright, this is to anyone who's just tuning in, this has happened with 3
I rolled a
times now.
6 on my die. So.
Yeah. So once again, Valeth, the group's well-versed mage, tries to do something. Before she gets the chance, however, Gaffar suddenly appears in front of her and goes, "Ha ha! No!"
She must feel so stupid for the first time in her life.
But nobody feels more insecure than Gaffar does. That's why he's doing this,
Yeah.
obviously.
Trying to prove myself, okay?
Yeah. Look, I help. Yes, you essentially activate the door. The wooden grooves, where it's all beveled, glow a lyrium blue, burning brightly. It takes a bit to warm up, and the doors open by themselves. There's this creaking of wood, and you think for a second the door's going to split open instead of open, but then, with a bit of shaking of dust, they part and start opening up. Inside the room beyond, it's very well lit.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, there's lots of sconces with heat coming off them. Do you go through?
It's never a good sign, but I don't think we
Oh,
have much
we are going
choice.
through.
We're
And
going.
Cool.
I am saying to Gaffar, can you do that again?
Close the doors, she means.
Oh, of course.
Cool. You rush in and close the doors behind you?
Yes.
Good, because as you're rushing through, you start to hear feet steps behind you.
And swoop.
Cool. I would say footsteps, but technically it's plural, so... I don't know!
And I have to roll dexterity to avoid slipping in the stairs.
That's true. I will get there.
Can
cool.
we just do a break before that?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna tell a joke that Ingrid wrote in chat.
What? Can I just get...
What does elves call their mer friends? Their mer people friends.
I know this joke.
3.
I know this joke.
Watermelons.
I was about to say semen, but
God!
Thank goodness you didn't.
Yeah. We are so happy you didn't.
I didn't.
I almost did.
We didn't need a break for that. We needed a therapist. Alright. As you suddenly go through the room and have young Gaffar close the door behind you, you hear... you see the elf that you saw before moving this gigantic bow in front of him. He looks very, very intense, very professional as he's walking forward in a stance that you're almost impressed by. This guy is very deft on his feet. He looks like a veteran of a lot of years. And then as soon as he hits the steps, he goes, whoop! And then basically his ass hits the step. You hear this crunch noise. He's just like, ah, my dog! Hits the ground, spinning on his ass, and then stops just as the door's closing, and his face is up like that, looking up at you. And he's like, he's obviously broken something, and he's looking up at you with these eyes. And he's like,
I am so grinning
Can
at
I
that.
just do an action as door is closing?
yeah, sure.
I'm totally grinning.
Oh my word! You recognise him?
I recognize him.
You do. This is Erin Gaunt.
Erin Gaunt.
Yeah.
But of course, second that.
You recognise him because he's the head ranger of the Gray Wardens of LA.
Ah, that's it. That's right. Oh, I should not have said that.
Hi, boss.
That's like,
That's by the way, just that we are clear that is the head warden of head ranger of the Gray Wardens of LA. We are in associateship pact.
Why are we? We need to talk about this.
Are you an outlaw?
What happened? Why are you running away from your fellow wardens?
Wait a minute. Are you an outlaw because you are in charge of a darkspawn?
since no one actually bothered to check what was in the room.
No.
You actually hear this little clearing of the throat. Does anyone turn around?
Yeah.
You're all actually,
We all like what?
you're all grouped in front of the double doors like this, like, what's going on? Like, what? As you turn around, there's this very long dining table, and sitting at this table is a total of what looks like 12 skeletons or like corpses in various degrees of decay. One of them missing a jaw, and they're all just sitting there with empty plates and spoons and things in front of them. At the head of this table, there is a gentleman wearing a very simple grey velvet robe that's seen better days. It's very threadbare and dirty, and a hood which has been pulled down, revealing a grey-haired, big bearded, wizened old man who's basically just munching on what seems to be, you hope it isn't, but it's probably rat.
Just in time for supper.
Yeah. In fact, he's just munching on it and continues to eat it. There are two other doors in this room, by the way, but they're further along, and that's basically the room. It's just a huge dining room.
Are you Mr. Mortalitasi, the singing one?
Val just
The
goes
singing
white
mortality.
in the face as Firul says this. She's like mortified.
There is, by the way, there is going to be a theatre production called the He's Singing Mortalitasi. They're coming to a theatre near you on ice.
We were sent here to seek the help. I have some better food in my backpack, if that helps.
Roll persuasion. That was very clever.
I don't even know if I have some better food.
Let's hope.
This is called Freie Chocolade. this is a Mars bar.
It's Norwegian chocolate.
Better than Sweden. Whoa,
19.
hey, what?
19.
19?
Not.
Yeah,
He,
and a double. With 4, double 4.
He looks down at the, and it is a rat because his tail's still attached. Throws it over his shoulder. All right, I'm interested.
Conjure food.
Country food. This isn't D&D.
I know. It's
Heroes
not World
Feast.
of Warcraft.
Right?
I haven't actually written down anything.
But
I
of course we
haven't,
get
but-
rations.
Let's say you have food rations, which is a
Yeah.
markup from rodents.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless you're playing Vampire the Masquerade. Free dot of blood, free dot of blood. What?
I also sneak Firil is one of my cheap bottles of red wine.
Yes.
Wine.
Nice wine.
I give it.
And I take the other and I'm like,
I bring to thee this awesome thing here. It drinks well.
Yes.
While she's distracting him with food and wine, I'm just gonna roll an arcane lore just to see what the fuck this is all about.
Sure, do it. Actually, just roll magic.
Yep. That wasn't very good.
Oh no, you, Gakvar, do you want to? Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do, I can do.
I've been rolling so shitty. I've got like 3, 6, 8 on my die
so
rolls.
it's
I got 12 this time in
straight
total.
magic?
Have you
Yeah, straight magic.
have you had those ears blessed?
What?
You had your ears
These?
blessed.
No,
yeah.
I haven't.
You need to rub your dice in your ears. You think I'm kidding, but it actually works.
I'll do anything because this is ridiculous.
Okay, you've got to do the third one as well. Don't just do 2.
Yeah.
That's stupid. There you go.
17.
That'll work. What?
17.
17? Yeah. You get a sense that these are not intelligent spirits that are in these bodies. Because as you start looking at them with your magical senses, actually both of you, because they sense that you're looking. And some of the corpses that are just set up, they just turn their head slowly to look at you. One of them kind of looks at you and this jaw goes,
Just slack.
yeah, just loosens up. Sally!
Okay,
somebody
so
knows to tell me.
they're animated.
An animated personality. Meanwhile, as you give the wine in the fashion that you described with the extravagance,
I'm very you have a great bunch of disciples here with you. They look awesome.
Is this a birthday party?
you know, I did not order the ignorance.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about magic. This is just impressive.
And such magics is usually sealed away from children. Wait, you're an elf. How old are you?
Do you want to know?
If I ask you, will you tell me the truth?
Of course.
No, you won't. It's too important for you not to. You've basically disturbed my meal of my day. It's like the
I'm
only
sorry,
thing.
but this is better. Am I not right?
Yes, Warden.
out of character, please?
Yes.
Do I get a sense of where he's from? Like, obviously,
Yes.
but has he recently been there, or is a mannerism?
Mannerism dictates that he's been down here far too long.
Okay.
As in, he's eating a rat, and his clothes are filthy.
Mm.
Any mortal Tarsi worth their soul tends to keep in good stead because they tend to have political clout, at least in Nevada. Outside of Nevada, it's usually unheard of.
What would be good Navaran etiquette when
Yeah,
you interrupt someone's dinner? That's what I want to know.
Well,
I can roll.
Yeah, totes.
Yeah,
I can roll etiquette too.
Yeah, I have etiquette.
Well, crap. Yeah, do it.
I would like to roll a because that is why I asked.
10, 11.
What did you do?
Triple one.
Oh no!
I rolled a 17.
Triple one.
That's great.
Oh, man.
Nobody else gets the roll. Everything goes completely
It's
wrong.
still 10 though.
3 ones is
Still
worse.
10.
The hell was that?
That was the dog.
Basically,
No,
what
it was
Phil
someone
just
upstairs.
did.
Thank God, I couldn't tell the difference. What?
That's basically what Phil just did. 3 ones.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
You also got 3 ones?
No, no, of course not. But
She said that the noise was basically what Feral did because she rolled
that is very,
3 ones.
very uncool.
Your attempts to actually try and assuage him, try and make him feel better.
Okay, I'm just doing the Orisian etiquette. It's totally wrong for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You basically start speaking very long polysyllabic words. He starts to follow
Bowing
you,
and doing all these weird movements.
he's just looking at you with like an eye that's twitching in the corner.
I rolled a 17.
17 as well.
Yeah.
I
You-
didn't roll.
You actually patiently wait.
Yeah, it's like,
Literally doing nothing was the best thing to do.
yeah. I mean, we rolled simultaneously, but
Okay,
Yeah.
since I rolled this, can I say something stupid?
Sure.
Alright, because this,
I would implore you to.
Alright.
This deserves it.
We can help you with the dragon problem.
What? Let's just keep
Dragon
silent.
Because the dragon, Kaida's dragon has been down here eating all his dead people.
Yeah. He actually punches the table with a bony fist. You know of the dragon?
Yes, it's ours.
That little shit keeps coming down here and eating my food.
well, technically it's not ours.
No, but it's on our side.
On your side?
We control it, or sort of.
You make it eat my food?
No.
We don't
Feral,
control it.
shut up now, please. We don't control its actions, but we know someone who has a good relationship with it.
Controlling its actions.
I
You're-
mean, there's no controlling a dragon's actions.
There's a heavy thump at the door behind you.
Oh, also, there are some Gray Wardens on our heels. That is why we so rudely interrupted your dinner, for which I humbly apologize.
Wait! Grey Wardens are after you?
Yes.
Which means you're Darkspawn! He starts hiding under the table.
No, we're not.
No, go away, Darkspawn!
Do I look like Darkspawn to you?
Monsieur, obviously I'm not a darkspawn, but these are not friends of mine. We have, how do you say in Navaran? Beef.
He pops his head over the table. You've had beef? Is it a lot of beef or just a little bit of beef?
I think it's fair to say that is a lot of beef.
He stands up again. Well, you don't smell like Darkspawn.
No.
Or not.
But it's very good
Obviously.
to smell the things, but yes, I am Gray Warden. Yeah.
Well, I probably smell a little bit of Darkspawn too, because Red Lyrium and the Apothecary's blood is in my system.
What?
Because of the Red Lyrium.
Is this out of character or in
infection.
character?
Out of character.
Okay, I was going to say. Yeah, if he notices that, if he thinks that they're the same, he doesn't let on.
Okay.
He's not actually giving you much to work with. Although for a second there he starts flicking his fingers. Maybe this was meant to happen. Yes. You're speaking of losing control, yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
What?
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Wha-
Who was speaking? Were you speaking or was I speaking?
Well, I was speaking just now. I was saying that we were so sorry for interrupting because we were being
Yes.
chased.
Number one. First, he steps forward and takes the food you were offering before the wine.
Yep.
Just chugs it.
I like this man already.
Okay, step two. Starts eating the food.
Did he just become LeClaire?
I carefully reach into my jacket
Is this a
and I take out
relative?
another flask.
He eats the food in all in one go. He's got bits in his beard and his teeth and everything. He's missing a few teeth,
Okay.
actually, and some of
Yeah.
them are looking very rotten. Okay, step three. Yes, what is step three? What is step three? Step three. Ah, explanations, of course. What?
That would be good. Yes.
Wilbur? What? He goes over to one of the skeletons and leans really close. Uh-huh. Oh, but I know this. I was going to say that. Shut up! So, I need help with something, and maybe you can help me do it. Thump, thump, thump. Oh, shut up! I'll get to the door in a second.
Don't open it, because then there will be fighting, and we don't want that.
It's darkspawn outside.
This is very
Can I
very bad.
roll?
Warden.
Deceive? Yes.
Yes.
What?
It's very bad guests.
Oh.
Unwanted ones. But what did you need help with?
It's rolling a senility check. Yes! The stone.
What
I
stone?
need to break the stone.
What stone?
The stone which is making everything walk around and try and kill things.
Oh, so this is not your doing?
Huh? What? Oh, yes. These are my friends. They keep me company.
Okay, but are they not undead as well?
Oh, using words you don't really understand, Missy.
Well,
I was schooled.
I wouldn't say that I
Fearless
don't
thinking.
understand, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe we have a different understanding of the word.
That is entirely possible. Mm-hmm.
16.
Would you enlighten me?
16, nice. Well, since there are darkspawn outside, I haven't got much choice. So, these are my friends. They are, in fact, wisps. But they're inhabiting the body so that the souls of the dead can safely be put forward to the Maker's side.
Okay.
However, the ones that have been risen are hollow. They are controlled by a revenant of power I cannot stand against alone.
I see.
For me to destroy the stone, I need cannon fodder.
Huh?
I mean, companions
Uh-huh.
against the threat of the king of revenants.
But that is
Yeah.
very good. We are very good at being cannon for companions, but
There is also an exit past the way I'm taking you.
of course we will not be cannon for companions if we already dead. Of course we have darkspawn on the outside.
Where I come from, death is not a problem.
Yes, of course.
15.
15.
On my empathy.
Apart from being a little kooky, everything he says, he believes.
Okay.
The darkspawn outside the door. There are
Mhm.
3 of them.
Yes.
They might look human, but they're not. They're tricking you. And there's 1 dog, I think.
Well, I can sense taint
Yes.
and a bear.
Oh.
Oh, I knew it!
No?
Death mage.
Oh yeah, that would be Erin's pet bear, Growler.
Oh yes, of course it comes back to me now.
He's one of the only bears in existence to have been turned into a Gray Warden.
A little known fact, we actually have a bear Gray Warden.
Oh,
Yes.
now you mentioned it. Good.
Yes, we don't talk about it very much, but he's very highly efficient.
Right.
Yes,
Well,
of course.
Super efficient bear! Does bear things super quick.
so this stone that you need destroyed.
Yes.
Where is it? Is it far? And how may we help you?
It is not too far. Very close. In fact, I have positioned myself here to stop it from bringing more.
Right. Well, I'm all for less Walking Dead in the sewers or in the city in general.
Excuse me? I do not like your term walking dead.
Zombies.
It is offensive.
All right. Which term would you prefer?
Can I roll etiquette?
They're hostile, unliving.
Fine. The fewer hostile unliving,
Correct?
the better.
Indeed.
No, I was just trying to get a jump on finding the correct
Wording.
respectful word.
If you're trying to think of a respectful word, you are not being respectful.
Mentalitas is pretty respectful.
Probably. It's been a while. I've been down here so long.
Maybe
Why are you down here?
Stopping the stone!
let's
Okay.
walk and talk to the stone.
Oh yes, I can walk. He gets up. For a second there, I forgot how to do that.
You need healing. You're right.
No. I don't think so. Hold on. Ouch, 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 ouch. No, I'm just old. Got a cure for that?
Yes, I have her. I handed him a little tin flask. It is really potent.
You? You're alright. I don't like you though. Takes a swig. Gives it back.
Thank you.
When you grow up a little, maybe I'll like you, but not right now. I hate children.
Pretty decent big boy.
I'm 12? Behind you, a rather vicious-looking dragon spike gets hammered through the door.
Oh, we need to go.
Now.
Either we have to stop them first.
We need to go! Like,
Like
yesterday.
on a side note, I don't want to be killed by a revenant and Gray Wardens at the same time.
No, should we stop maybe one of them first?
what?
Can we stop them?
We are not fighting here. I eat here.
Yeah, of course, but you tell them that.
Okay.
They're
fine.
currently hacking through your precious door.
Well, look at this.
I could just open it. He starts walking towards me.
Oh!
What?
Let's go to the stone. Stone first.
Yes, the stone. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot all about it. He basically pulls up his grey skirts, revealing these robes, revealing these emaciated, grey blotched, gaunt legs with very petite-looking like sandals with toenails that seem to be going off on their own adventure.
Oh dear.
I know you can't sell them for money, Ingrid. What?
Huh?
How the hell? Okay, what did I just say which led you to put your hand up?
No, because I was distracted. No. While we are walking, I want to just say very quietly to this. You were speaking about cannon for the...
Yes. No, we're not going to risk our lives.
No.
unless we
We
have
were
to.
speaking about cannon for the...
All right. Yeah.
Oh wow, no! Ah, they've done it. Okay.
If we hide and we let the others through, they can walk into the Revenant first and tire him out, and then we can walk in and swoop.
Oh.
Swooping is good in this case.
Can I just ask one
No.
question before we do that?
Swooping is never good. What?
If they walk through
Yes.
and they die,
Yes.
and the Revenant race them back,
Yes.
will they get the same level of skills as they have now, just undead instead?
Unliving.
Unliving. Walking, unliving creatures. I don't know.
Honestly, let me just check with the games master. He goes over to the table. And there's this rather shorter skeleton there with a beard that's hanging off his bone. Like somehow it's growing out of the bone. And he goes, hey, yeah, is that true?
Oh no.
That doesn't sound good.
So they are scarier as undead?
Isn't everything?
Unliving?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, you know what's better than a T-Rex? Is an undead T-Rex. Ah, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Unliving.
Anyway, can we like maybe refrain from breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yes.
That fourth wall's looking so bad right now.
So what should we do?
This way.
All right.
He starts charging towards one of the doors at the back
Okay.
and opens it, pushes it forward, and goes through.
All right.
Behind you, the door starts to crack and splinter. You can actually see the lyrium traces in the line starting to fade. Almost, the mages can actually hear it screaming.
I can't believe they're ruining that beautiful door.
I can't believe the sword. I mean, it must be super powerful.
Well, that is a dragon tooth sword.
Do I know if anybody has a dragon tooth?
Oh yeah, his brother.
His brother.
Is it Rex?
Apothecaries?
Yes,
No.
the apothecaries.
Surprise! I'm just here to help.
That would be great.
That'd be amazing if you were being chased by like people you know, and they're like, "We just were trying to give you your car keys," and you just kept running. I don't know what was going on.
And also, I'm picturing the singing Mortalitazi as the Ice King from Adventure Time.
Yeah, with the nose. Yeah, that's.
When you said he lifted his skirts, I just saw like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I haven't
skinny
seen
legs.
that, but now that you mention it, it just fits perfectly.
As Valet is mentioning a dragon tooth sword, I go like, shit. Big shit.
What?
Did you walk out on him or something?
What do you mean by that?
Please let us go with that. Yes.
Yeah, he's well. You shouldn't know about that.
No, you
You,
shouldn't.
you see, I hear things.
What are you teaching this boy?
I am not teaching him anything.
It is just like him
Can I
coming
get-
They
away.
aren't very subtle.
Can I get a sense of where you're standing right at this point in the game?
Well,
Yes.
We're walking.
Yeah.
We're
So you follow-
running.
Right. When you go through the door, to the right, it goes around a neat corner which leads into another doorway which he kicks open, leading into a dark and stuffy area. This particular corridor has a cave-in back and forwards. You get a bit confused and turned around here because this seems to be like different components of different buildings that have just been misused and lost over time. And as the ground's moved a bit here and there, we're looking at different parts of different ruins that have been splintered and shattered underground in the foundations of Ostwick. Probably through some magical means, maybe. But right now you're standing in a catacomb, and there are at least a good 62 skeletons of various states of decay lined to your left and your right. The air is thick with dust.
Standing or lying?
Lying down right now, but the second you walk in, some of them lean their heads up like this.
You said 16 or 16?
62,
60?
approximately.
And they move?
They do. They
We're
don't
not
seem to be.
stopping.
I'll start right now. Yeah, we're not stopping for. We're not getting their autographs.
No.
I'm just saying.
Michelle, I would like to stealth, please.
What?
I would like to stealth, please.
Anyone who'd
Yeah.
like to stealth, please roll dice.
I will try.
Try to.
Basically, your extent of stealth is to lift your skirts and tiptoe.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
like
much.
the die know that my stats index this low, so they roll low as well.
7%. The one I cannot do.
Really, 15?
14.
Yes,
7
of
plus
course
8, yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, sorry. Damn it. Yeah. My God. I just ruined the podcast. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Hey, at least I'm not breaking wind this time.
Yeah, 'cause the microphone is right behind your butt. True story.
I got 14.
Hello. You got 14?
Yeah.
Not
25.
bad. 25.
I rolled really well.
Did anyone roll not so well? What did you get?
11.
Oh!
it's okay, you can handle it.
As you're walking along, a skeletal arm just reaches out for you a second and then just stops and then goes back again. You
Okay.
just managed it. They're only skeletons, but if you roll any lower than 11, they... Yeah. Anyway.
Oh dear.
You continue on until you reach the end of the corridor again, where the turn reaches into a collapsing tunnel. Was it collapsing? Collapsed tunnel. This one it's a bit of a tight fit as well. Although I got to admit, only LeClaire has to roll a check for this because she's the tallest of everyone.
Ah.
Yes. Everyone else is like doom 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 doom. So glad I'm not a dwarf. The belly and everything.
But what I have to roll?
Such racism. Go for it. Roll a acrobatics.
Oh yes, of course, but of course.
But Gaffy is also quite tall.
I'm
Is it?
60.
We're the same, just as tall as
Yeah.
this.
Alright, fine.
Sorry for
Acrobatics?
Yeah.
20.
20.
20! I have focus.
One more time. You have
Focus.
focus. We must focus.
We must focus.
Is this falling down each time?
No.
No.
It's good.
Am I getting taller?
No, you're drinking.
Oh, hey. Way to crush my dreams.
Well,
Drinking.
Now
it is
it's-
from up
now
from
it's
the
filming.
underneath, so you do look quite tall.
See?
Stop touching.
There
we go.
No.
That's perfect.
That is also
Sorry, I was doing a Star Trek. Right, yes. You make it through it with absolutely no problem. In fact, you climb over Gaffy as you're going along. Ah, look at me, I was amazing. This...
Parkour.
Yeah. I end up back.
I can't believe you guys. Seriously? Cool. You get the sense that something is watching you as you go through this particular section, and you feel some cobwebs pushing against your face, but nothing comes out.
Cowboys are,
You have the sense that something is watching you in that particular corridor,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel cobwebs brushing against your face as you go through, but nothing bad happens because I can't roll.
So worried now.
Yeah.
So worried.
After another few twists and turns, you reach a sewer, which is just like the one you started in, but this one has no water in it at all. You have 2 platforms, and then this big pit. Now, you have no sense of direction in here, but this must be a good few meters below the other one. So this is an abandoned section. In fact, the line goes into complete darkness in one direction and into complete darkness in the other. It baffles you and almost terrifies you of how many lost caves are below Ostwick's foundations. Some of them are actually below sea level now, which is worrying to say the least. However, you looking to your right, you see the Mortalatarsi gentleman is brushing along with his skirts up and his sandals out, down to the right.
Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Or I do.
Yeah.
Try not to lose him.
Yep.
Because if not, we're
Yeah,
I cast fairy fire on him.
No, don't do that. We're surrounded by undead.
I can't. It's a fairy
No,
fire.
Okay.
it's like
We do not have
he will
fairy,
light the
but we
way.
do have fire.
Jesus.
Technically, we do not have fairies, but we do have fire.
I had him on fire.
Been inspired. D&D, playing a character who's resistant to fire. Literally set my character on fire and I will light the room. See, I'll do it. That'll be amazing. I am the beacon.
And LeClaire is a warrior. Yes, that's her class. If anyone.
We had a
knows.
long discussion about this, didn't we?
No, I had a long discussion, and you just gave me bad suggestions.
One bad suggestion.
Moving on.
But we had a really good solution in the end.
Yes, I had a really good solution in the end.
I said you could just household it.
This is so fun. GM is arguing with his own character.
His own creation has turned against him. It lives.
I am seriously having a mental breakdown.
Oh,
There's gonna be a plot twist. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the feed later, and like everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, Rara couldn't make it. She wasn't here at all. What the hell? Who the hell were you talking to?" It's like empty chair. The threat is real. Okay. This particular turn goes down on the flight of stairs, where we reach a rather large room. Now he stops. The old man. He stops at the foot of this room. Inside the room is a floor completely covered in skeletal bodies. The air is thick with a bit of a fine fog. In the middle of the room, there stands a pedestal with a rock, as he described. But this rock is not just a simple rock. It seems to be some form of black, for lack of better description, it's a black crystal.
Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I have magic?
Security.
Anyone who wants to use it can use it. Might not give you what you want. This is way out of your field.
No, but is it pretty?
So magic.
No, it's ugly. What?
Magic.
Yes.
Okay.
17.
Yep.
Just magic.
Magic
but
to get
if
a
I
sense.
can,
Arcane lore to get an idea.
Okay.
So mix magic and arcane lore?
Yeah, so you roll magic and +2 if you got arcane lore.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 21.
21. Come on, strikes again.
20.
20?
Yeah,
Nice.
with Arcane Lore 20.
Still one less than Gaffy.
The information I'm about to give comes regurgitated out of both of their mouths, almost synchronised, like a barbershop quartet, as they're both desperate to be the first one to say something. Well, actually, in Dolby surround sound, the stone in the middle here, it's black lyrium.
What? What? Yeah. So we both go, it's black lyrium.
Like what?
What the fuck, GM? It's a form of lyrium, but it's not tainted with the taint. There's something else wrong with it. It's almost as if it's possessed. The statue itself is made of a chunk of raw lyrium, carved, but there is a strange, almost tactile mist stored inside it.
So like it looks like things are swirling on the
Yeah.
inside. Right.
Although you'd have to get close to get a better look.
But I was listening to this and the Mortalitasi, of course, did mention things.
So what do you know about this stone? Valeth asks him. I mean, it's black lyrium, clearly, as we've both pointed out, and something seems to be alive or moving inside of that.
Unliving, perhaps.
Yes, I couldn't tell how you could have guessed. You're so clever.
He told us.
But do you have anything like should we disturb it? Should we try to destroy it with
Have you
fire?
tried walking towards it?
Yes.
What happens?
I nearly died. The stone will protect itself using its own avatar. It essentially is the spirit of Zas, the Revenant King.
What
Oh,
happens if I
great.
shoot it with an arrow?
Nothing, it won't break. I threw rocks at it. I have had some of my friends to go over and try and crush it. Also, the room is filled with the remains of my attempts.
Right.
I've been down here a while.
So these weren't here to begin with. These
Oh, no.
are okay.
Every attempt seems to feed it.
I have a question though.
Something.
We help you with this. Would you mind helping us with some questions later? Some question answering later?
It's the whole purpose of questions. Yes.
It's very good that we are prioritizing the correct things. Like,
Well, leave it to Farrell to think about practicalities in the aftermath.
What other attempts have you done to destroy it? So we don't, just do the same thing you did.
It's very simple. I need to get over to it. I need to work my mojo without being disturbed.
So we need to distract the avatar so you can get over to the stone
Yes.
and
Okay.
destroy it.
Yes.
Empathy check, just to see if he's lying or
Sure.
not.
the TikTok spawn. I want to see if they are far away or they've been stolen on the way.
They seem to have stopped in that collapsed tunnel area.
Yeah, it will hold them for about probably 3 minutes. Something, I don't know.
13.
Um,
What is a double?
You get
Give
the
it
sense that
counts.
everything he's saying he believes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So his intention seems to be to actually destroy this thing.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So how do we proceed? Do we go first so the revenant comes?
Well, the second we step into the room, the crystal will start taking your life. So that's bad.
Yes.
And then as you get closer, it will increase its defense. So it will be everything from summoning minions to defend it, right up to summoning its avatar, which is essentially a very scary thing.
Well, it seems like we have no choice really except just getting to it.
Yeah, but I have one crazy idea.
Yeah?
Should we ask the Gray Wardens to help?
I don't think they're going to help us. They're hunting us.
But this is...
Trust me, my little friend.
You're young and naive. They're not going to help.
They will not help.
But aren't they supposed to?
They will not help.
I would trust LeClaire on this.
As this is going on, behind you, you hear a wet, slopping sound of something big and partly chitinous is rolled down the stairs. As you're talking about this, as she's saying these words, this rather large, giant spider's head rolls between you and comes to a halt. There's this green, almost clotted, viscous fluid all the way
It's a
up.
decapitated spider's head?
Yes, this spider's head's about this big.
Alright, so I think the others have caught up to us, and we can either let them walk into this room and, take the first wave, or we can go into the room ourselves. Those are our options. Choose quickly.
I draw my the rapiers.
Yes.
And I turn on dual weapon style.
Cool. You draw your rapiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you standing?
Where at?
Yeah, whereabouts are you standing in relation to the room? Are you in the room? Are you kind of like just outside the room?
Just outside, I
Yeah.
guess.
When you draw your rapiers, the runes in the hilts start to emit this very pale, faded white chalky light. As it kind of looks awesome. It kind of emits a light in itself, but something in the room growls.
Oh damn! Inside the room with
Yeah.
the stone.
Yeah, something is very much the black lyrium stone, for lack of better explanation, seems to vibrate.
I put them back. Does it stop?
Nope.
Oh,
You've
Okay,
woken it now.
Do I hear it too?
I think we all
It's a
hear
very physical thing. It's not a magical. It's a very physical sound.
Yeah.
Shadow!
Yes, I draw my sword as well. Do I have to activate single weapon stack?
You do, yes.
Yes.
Technically, it's a minor action, but if you're not in combat, well, what is that? It's just
Ah.
3 seconds.
I also like to warn you, I have not noted down the rules for this.
That's okay. I already have them on my laptop
No.
because I am prof.
24 on stealth.
You start hearing footsteps coming down the stairs very slowly. LeClaire, I know you're down here, you traitorous bitch.
You don't know shit!
That's hard. But no. Gakra really wants to do it.
You don't know that.
No, I don't know
Can
anything.
you imagine my surprise when I heard that it wasn't a darkspawn that killed my little brother, but you?
Well, your little brother was unfortunately severely mentally disabled and could not see a reason.
Protecting a darkspawn. This is like a conversation that's going on up the stairs. Protecting a darkspawn is not reason to breach of an oath. Steps getting closer.
I have taken several oaths, of course, and letting a whole village die was not one of them.
The footsteps stop. And then continue. A bit more slower than before.
Is there somewhere we can hide so
Yes,
they don't
there
see
is.
us?
Yeah,
There is
So we're
actually,
gonna do that.
in this small copse,
Yeah.
there is there's like almost what would you call them? Little cutouts in the sides of the walls where shadows dominate. In fact, this whole area is almost pitch black, without proper lighting, which is kind of emitted in the room. It's like a very faded, almost like grey, green, luminescent light in there. But in where you're standing, you can very easily hide in the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yes, yes, please.
So roll your stealth checks, please, and let me know what the results are.
Can I hide under someone's cloak or something?
Better yet, hide behind your middle finger. It looks like a sass attack as well.
I got a double, but
Get a +2 for it. This is a
No.
double. You know,
Oh, okay. 14
If-
then.
you got a 14 in total?
No, it's 12 in total.
Ah.
That's an 8. So unless someone helps me, I'm very visible.
Well, you're not LeClaire, so I might give you an edge. Right, so that's 14 for LeClaire.
Well, thank you for that, Nick.
I'm just speaking the truth. I'm an impartial visitor in this world.
I was already in shadow at 24.
Which was 24. You ain't seen shit.
No.
You literally sidestep into an alternate dimension. That's how
you
shallow
never, you
you
never
are.
existed.
Can I just sidestep a little bit behind those guys so I'm closer to the baddies?
Sure. Of course you can. And
15.
15 for the big best boy. So,
Decent best boy.
pretty decent big best boy. And Valeth got,
8.
of course, yes. Which is essentially you.
I remained out in the light apparently and didn't move.
I also want to note that I'm taking out really quickly my tin flask and taking a huge swig of LeClaire secret sauce. I'm stressed.
Am I well hidden now?
This is very solutions oriented. Right. Just check.
Valak picks up a rock and stands behind it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just like drag her into one of
Afraid it
these?
doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
It's not like a cloak of.
No, I know
invisibility.
that, but just to make her
Help her.
her a little bit.
Well, I mean, with an 8, you can probably tell that I'm badly hidden, but
Yeah, your butt
but-
is sticking
but to
out
be-
still.
But to be quite honest, I will probably be standing in front of you.
Oh,
Yes.
protecting?
Yes.
No!
Of course I will.
But I'm trying to backstab them. I'm trying to get behind them, so I'm just hiding. So if they walk past me, I'm gonna do something if they do first.
LeClaire is very nervous and very sweaty and drinks profusely.
So
But I could-
you've decided to abandon your attempt at stealth and you're going to stand in front of her?
Basically, I see that Valeth will first target. I'm not gonna let her take. No.
She's standing there crying, I don't know how to hide!
I'm not sure, but I can roll a courage for it.
I'm not going to make you do that because they've already shown that they're willing to defend you, so you're steeled by that. I think it would be pretty shitty if you were like, I could, but that's not heroic. That's not what heroes do.
LeClaire.
Also, if anything, you've been drinking so much that you've definitely got like a free pass on that one.
Yeah, the last swig definitely would numb me for any incoming pain.
Yes, I feel nothing.
No,
Literally.
nothing.
So as these three come down the steps with the big bear, big pretty decent bear, they literally just see you and Valeth. The others, I just rolled the checks now, and yeah. You see in front of you a rather tall human, bearded, missing one eye, and wearing a Warden Commander outfit, with one sword, a long sword, which is a sharpened dragon tooth.
Does this look that these might be the people who killed the dwarves?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I figured that out a long time ago.
And beside him is something of rather slightly middle-aged human mage. And there's a Dalish elf with markings and a nice little splattered scar here. It looks like they've attempted to heal it, but it hasn't worked very well.
Can I roll a persuasion check? Just
Speak what you want to say,
yeah.
and then roll a check.
Alright.
And if it's good, you get a +1 for the
Alright.
RPG element.
Okay, so Valeth's seeing. She understands. She's not hidden. So she's just going to stand kind of at LeClaire's side and say, "Look, I know you've got issues, and that's fine. You can deal with that later. But in this room, there is a revenant, and it's manipulating undeads to walk around. Could you maybe help us dispose of that, and then afterwards we can go back to trying to kill each other? Because honestly, I don't see this ending in a good way for any of us if we start fighting now in the vicinity of this."
Roll persuasion. Valeth's greatest weapon is
Oh
this.
no! Oh man!
Okay, so you say everything right, and then at the end you just kind of decide you're going to add bitch. And it's like, so,
11.
11?
I rolled 2
Oh,
1s and a 2.
Shall we wait just a second to see if anyone's going to use a fate point?
Oh yeah, we can do that. I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Okay, are they in front of me or?
You are essentially to the side of
Yeah?
them at the moment. In front of you, you see the mage.
Okay, so can I jump out from shadow mode and try to just hold my daggers to his throat?
It's going to be a grapple
and
check.
then say, "Do as the woman says, or I'll end your life."
Mm-hmm.
Persuasion or something.
As an
Intimidate.
That would be
as a
intimidation.
Yeah.
Could
Lutra Gem says, "Can I use a fate point?"
Oh,
Yes, we do
Okay.
this immediately though, before you decide to do anything.
because I kind of want to turn to LeClaire, but this is something directed at them.
Yeah.
Turn to LeClaire. Turn to Valeth
Mm-hmm.
and say it won't work. Both him and his brother, they give shit about the greater good, and they just focus on their own little schemes, on the petty.
That's fine.
You
You never know. People can surprise you sometimes.
It's a I'm trying to basically give him a stab of.
Guilt. Get a reroll, thanks to Lucia Ferrer.
Alright.
Lutra Gem,
No,
Yeah.
Lutra Gem. Yeah.
she says, "Can I use a fate point to get some cooperation from the Gray Wardens?"
Ooh, I'm willing to let both of those fate points be used to force an automatic pass on the persuasion, considering everyone's throwing everything in.
Should I roll for?
Eh? Sorry, guy was looking at me like, "Are you sure that's wise?"
17. I rolled a 17 on my
17.
roll.
Okay, between that roll
Mm.
and you jumping out and grabbing the mage.
Okay, do I
Right,
have
okay.
to roll for that?
Yes.
Okay, what can I use deception or do I have to use?
This would probably be
Okay,
trying
I
to
can use
surprise
intimidation.
her.
It's
So let me
fine.
just check to see if she detects you coming at her. She does not. Perception is not one of her foresights.
Mhm.
So you basically jump on her and put the knife to her throat. I'm gonna roll to see if she panics though. No, she does not. She literally shows no sign of panic or
Yeah.
shock. She just stands very still. She's almost doesn't seem to be bothered by the knife. Between that and your comment and you making that bit of a guilty stab, and the two over there, I'm gonna.
It's just 1 point.
Is it just
Lutra
one?
Gem was
Really?
Yeah.
Cheap people. Fine.
It is
Okay.
good. I can just die. It's okay.
There's this very cold, awkward moment. The silence that drags on.
Valeth just stares him down.
He starts-
I'm
starts
tightening
crying.
the knife, tightening the knife.
You hear the mortal Atasi. It's a really awkward moment, I guess. Very well. But hear me now. I'm Warden Captain Perrin. And I seek the life of you.
Well, I'm sure the Inquisition will have something to say about that.
Well, you have her.
Have they not done enough to us? We will sort this little matter after we have dealt with your revenant issue.
Good.
And
Does
you
he
will
seem honest?
roll empathy.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
14. As far as you can tell,
Mhm.
he seems pretty honest.
We'll see. I don't trust him, but
Nor should you, because he's human. He's a
yes,
chef.
we're racist.
Yeah.
Well, you're not.
Well, not as much as you.
And me.
And to be fair, Ness was the most anti-human in the
Yes.
world.
Yeah.
The only good Shem is a dead Shem, or a decapitated Shem, or
A
what?
bleeding one.
Impaled.
Or impaled Shem with my sword, impaled up the bone. That's what impaled means, up the bone.
No, down the throat.
These
Or
are
down the throat.
these are the stories Feral tells Gaffy at night.
Big as odds?
Yes.
Sleep tight.
Jeez Louise.
Good night.
Very well. What's your plan?
Well, the thing is, this gentleman over here needs us to get the attention of the avatar of this possessed stone so he can get close enough to it to destroy it. He cannot do it on his own.
So this stone is doing what exactly?
Whenever you get too close, it will summon or manifest a guardian of sorts that will attack whoever is nearing it. Now, he cannot engage with the avatar and destroy the stone at the same time. The evidence you can see littered on the floor in there. So what he needs us to do is to distract the guardian while he attempts to destroy it.
And if we don't bother doing this, what's it going to do to
Lots
us?
of unliving creatures that will.
Big
Hostile.
picture, Ostwick might get overrun by hostile, unliving things.
Hostile? You mean undead?
Yes.
What? Hostile and living, I
Doesn't
think.
like you saying that.
Just breath.
The point is, it could be bad for this whole entire town. How long do you think these sewers will contain a host of undead walking around?
Unliving.
Unliving hostiles.
I really do not want to have to come back here.
No, and neither would we. We're here now, so let's deal with the problem at hand.
Very well, alright,
You
I'll do
have
it.
woken the bark spawn.
The bark spawn is angry.
Yes.
Rough indeed. Very well. We shall help you in this endeavour.
Thank you.
He just looks at LeClaire.
Yeah, get this
I do, and I am very preoccupied with something on the wall.
Oh look,
I know.
interesting. A
Oh,
wall.
Whoa, it's you can find the picture.
He turns to the death mage that's within knife grasp of you, Pearl.
Yes.
Marie, is what they're saying true? She doesn't even move an inch and says, "I'm afraid so. It seems that what they're saying is very much true, and I think we should really treat this crystal with some respect. I've never seen anything like it, and that always worries me because I've seen just about everything." Then she looks at Gakvar.
Oh,
Well, almost everything.
I am combat magic enabled, so I'm buff now.
Yes.
You have not seen a pretty decent big one before.
No, I have only heard of pretty decent big boys. Until now, I have never seen one. No one will believe me.
Who's that?
I pick up my health because it's been sheeted,
Yeah.
and it goes.
Goes lightsaber-ish.
Let's get a move on.
Cool. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 8 of you storm into the room.
Yeah.
And that
No.
is where we're going to end it. I don't know if you noticed the time, but it's 10
I
o'clock.
have. It's 10 o'clock.
Now, I can tell you now, this combat is going to be...
A long one.
It's not going to be a boring long one, it's going to be a rather desperate long one. So I'm looking forward to that because I've been playing around with a few tricks.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm really happy you can make it back for the next one.
Of course.
I hope everyone's okay with me kind of stretching out the episodes instead of trying to slap them together so we're done like quick, because it always feels like, to me at least, it always feels like there's no freedom
Yeah.
for you guys. And you know what? If I feel like I have too much time next time, I'll just add stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh. Maybe we should play earlier next time. We could.
I may be able to do that, actually. Yeah.
I'll try. I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make, you know what? I'll make no promises, but the average time we do an episode is for 4 hours before people start having comas.
Yeah.
What I will say is I want to tell everyone about the episode which is coming after this one.
Oh,
Yeah. We're going back in time.
What?
Yeah.
How?
We're going to be doing, after the next episode, which will finalise this one, and see if LeClaire lives, we're going to be going back in time to see how Valeth escaped the circle at Lake Callanhad, when the act of what do we call it? The act of annulment was carried out, And after that, we're probably going to return in modern day.
That sounds very exciting. But
What? Then Feral
yeah, what will Gaffy and Fumble do?
They're not going to be there in that episode.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be playing one-off characters.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
so exciting!
So you get to design a new one-off character, which may actually end up dead at the end of the episode.
Oh, that's fine.
I have to modify Valet's stats.
Yeah,
then.
you're going to be playing a young Valeth.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Level 6 Valeth.
Yeah. So you're all going to be like a pretty good best girl.
Pretty
elfy
decent
thing.
big girls.
I'm 12.
Oh.
So it's basically gonna be a beach episode?
You know I hate you. It's not. I don't do beach episodes.
No. We are going for Cafe AU.
Cafe AU.
Yes, it will be the most deadly episode ever.
Oh my god. You know Ingrid always
Oh
reads
my
those things?
gosh!
What?
We got fan art!
Oh.
Really?
It's from Liana.
Oh.
It's
Leclaire and the bark spawn.
and the bark spawn.
Oh, it's amazing.
Also
Yes.
known as Warden Therapy.
Yes. But of course,
Le therapist.
this is also one.
Her mini bark spawn.
I realise there's actually I can plan 6 episodes ahead. I mean, one thing I would love to do. We're having a lot of fun having guest players, and I think thank you for dressing up like this. I think it's been a lot of fan servicing for people, especially with you drinking copiously. He says with beer in hand. And I'm looking forward to getting over a certain person to play Kaida.
Oh, please.
I'll say no more on that subject. Yeah, I think that's all I'm allowed to say right now. We're currently working on getting the content for the website sorted so everyone can actually check out certain characters and their back history and any of the extra homebrewed rules we use here. That's also going to be used for... next Wednesday
Yes.
we're going to be doing...
Yes, next Wednesday we will be recording. We won't be live streaming, but we will be recording the very first episode in World of Darkness. We will be playing Vampire the Masquerade. So Rick will be playing.
I'll be a player.
Yeah.
Play.
And I will be playing, and Sunniva and Tonya will be playing, and my husband is going to be the GM, and we'll be turning that into a podcast as well eventually.
Not for kids.
Not for kids.
NSFW.
Yeah, not safe for anything.
Nope.
So it's going to be gritty vampires. The campaign is called Chicago
by
Nights.
night, yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be biker gangs and politics and intrigue and crazy people, and it's going to be pretty amazing.
Crazy people? I prefer to think of them as enlightened.
Well, potato. Or tomato suspension bridge.
She's working on her Brooklyn accent.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Lutra Gem is saying, as much as Lake Callanhad and Ferelden can make a beach episode, wet and cold.
Yeah. It's pretty
and
much
Lutra is saying, yeah.
Since when was this for kids? True. Very true.
That's a fair point, actually. Yeah. As you all know, we are going to be going to TwitterCon.
Yeah, but we are not supposed to talk about that yet.
We're not supposed to talk about that yet, so ignore that. I keep saying this every episode.
Yes. You do.
I'm the worst.
We keep saying
Cut
it's
this-
a secret.
Worst kept secret ever. But we're planning to do live D&D games in the future.
Yes.
But also if you want us to do Kestrels, let us know if that's interesting to you.
Yeah, because right now I'm planning D&D with the con artists.
Yeah.
Because it's always hilarious. Especially what they do with goblins. Oh,
Yeah.
Put them in the stew.
no, don't keep me in the stew. The flavor.
Let's poison everyone.
Yes, they died from the shits.
Yes. So yeah. Let us know.
I keep sensing a theme.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not my fault.
Yes.
It's not my fault.
We don't have a date for the next episode of the Kestrels yet,
We'll get it up
but
pretty
we'll
quick.
get it up pretty quickly.
We're the poop troop.
Well, Vox Machina were the shits before they were
Wait,
Vox Machina.
no, that's not a... Don't make that a thing, please.
We're not going to be the poop troop. No.
Oh,
All
boy.
I'm going to say is thanks for watching, and until next time, stay faithful.
Yeah. Bye-bye, everybody. Bob Poop Troop signing off. You're banned.
Bye.
Bye.
By the way, Perrin is a level 18 character.